Just look, I should cut it out, I should shut it down. Booty playing games, now the game ran out. I should cut it out, I should shut it down. Xbox in the crosses, take the whole thing down. Take it down. They said soon again, but soon never came. Same slick talk, same tired name. I should got patience, but it ain't that deep. When the whole lane stalling, she can't sleep. Hard choices made, she don't need a board. One hand on the truth, one hand on the sword. If you keep on dragging what was promised to fly, then I should hit the switch and let the whole thing die. Too many delays, too many waits. I should don't fold, she don't shake. One more excuse, that crate get shook. She coming for the top. Just look, just look. I should cut it out, I should shut it down. Booty playing games, now the game ran out. I should cut it out, I should shut it down. Xbox in the crosses, take the whole thing down. Take it down. Quiet in the room, then the room go cold. I should got a plan and it don't need gold. No more maybe, no more fake delay. If you drop the ball, she take it away. I should cut it out, I should shut it down. Booty playing games, now the game ran out. I should cut it out, I should shut it down. Xbox in the crosses, take the whole thing down. Take it down.
Got my Project Helix card, your autograph in silver scars. Waited in that endless line, thought we'd all be safe in time. Now my friends are counting coins, canceling the games we joined. Every month that number climbs, feels like we're on borrowed lives. Asha, save the Xbox fan, reach out, take us by the hand. Game Pass hit our hearts in red, now the price is out of hand. We believed in your big plan, sign of faith across that brand. Asha, only you can, please save the Xbox fan. Living on those launch day dreams, backlog taller than it seems. Every trailer, every tease, still we're begging mercy please. Kitchen table, couple bills, choose between my thrills and meals. I just wanna boot it up, not give up my coffee cup. Asha, save the Xbox fan, reach out, take us by the hand. Game Pass hit our hearts in red,
enough.
Master Chief to play stay. Master Chief to play stay.
Stop. Enough.
Say it loud, let the kids all scream. Console war in a silver dream. Halo on PS5. That's why. Halo on PS5. That's why. Pick your side, don't blink too slow. Everybody in the lobby know. Crossplay dreams in a checkout line. Everybody wants a piece of the shine. If the walls come down, let them fall. If the game's good, then we play them all.
So, do we get the win this time?
Play stay. Master Chief to play stay. Say it loud, let the kids all scream. Console war in a silver dream. Halo on PS5. That's wild. Halo on PS5. That's wild. Pick your side, don't blink too slow. Everybody in the lobby knows.
New music, grinders. New music. Hit that like
Microsoft
button.
wants to sell Xbox. Too much money leaking now. Phil said 2027 could be the end, no doubt. Empty checkbooks, heavy hands. Big plans hitting the floor. Whole room looking at the numbers like they don't want more. Turn the page, count it up. Feel that pressure in the room. One more year, one more clock, then the verdict comes too soon. Microsoft wants to sell Xbox. Sell it, say it now. Phil said 2027. That's the line, that's the vibe. I'll say it's determinant. I'll say it's determinant.
Stop. Enough.
Fans online go back and forth. Screens full of red and blue. Every rumor hits like thunder. Nothing feels brand new. Still the box stays in the spotlight. Still the cheddar never ends. One more shake, one more headline. Run it round again. Turn the page, count it up. Feel that pressure in the room. One more year, one more clock. Then the verdict comes too soon. Microsoft wants to sell Xbox. Sell it, say it now. Phil said 2027. That's a line, that's a vibe. I say it's the Terminator. I say it's the Terminator.
Door swings wide tonight. Everybody hears the sound. Old king falling, new flame rising. Nothing stays the same around.
I don't play this game.
Say it clear. Watch it all come back around.
Microsoft wants to sell Xbox. Sell it, say it now. Phil said 2027. That's the line, that's the vibe. I say it's the Terminator. I say it's the Terminator.
Oh, yeah, grinders. Emergency meeting right now. What's up, grinders? How you doing out there? Oh, my God. You called it. Listen, I hear you. I hear you. You wanted this. Emergency meeting number 2. Gaming Grindhouse. We opened up the doors. It's an emergency. Get them in here. They're lined up outside. Get them in here. Emergency number 2. Emergency number 2. Actually, we're gonna take it. You know what? Let's take it old school. Let's take it old school. We're gonna go old school gaming grindhouse. Let's see if we even have this. Grind. We're gonna do old school right here. Let's see if you remember this one. Some of the old grinders in here. The grinders that have been here. Let me see if we have some of these things. Hold on. I saw this video. I was like, yo, this is what I need right now. Where is it? We need the OG entrance right now. Here it is. Wait, this one right here. There it is. Emergency. There we go. We're going to the grinds table. There you go. We had to do an emergency. This is emergency number 2. What? I was out and about, and the internet has been going ablaze. We got the Mr. Henderson video about gears and budgeting. We got this Xbox that Microsoft wants to sell and position Xbox for selling. We got the article here. We're going to go through it. So hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. I got a new animation. It's on fire right now. Get that subscribe button. Grinders are subscribing like crazy in this house. So welcome new subscribers. Check out the videos. We got a VIP. We're already doing a community game night tonight. Tell me in the comments as we go through what we're going to play tonight, where you're going to come on the show and grind your gears while we play some games. I'm debating what we're going to play tonight. I got some good suggestions, but we're going to go into that. But first, we got to take care of the business. We got to deglaze the news and see what the hell is going on here with selling Xbox. Yo, Asha, the Ashinator. It is crazy. It's the alarm das Boot. That's right, man, Joe. Get in here, grinders. How you doing in here? We got Leech. We got Neil. Yo, my voice, I don't know if I keep doing emergency podcast. Angel in the house. Davis, Denton, C Fresh, Nick. He's like, yo, you opened up the gates. Liquid Data said, somebody get the defibrillator. Hood Geek in the house. How you doing? Curse Kane, Christopher Duran. Reek L, he says, what are we doing here? Albert Gouchard asks if we get to win this time. He goes, yo, I don't know, man. I don't know if they get to win this time. Where?
Sir, do we get to win this time?
I don't think so, man. This is terrible. This is horrible. E-Day budget 400 million. Space Monkey.
#1 customer.
Yes, we will hear that as well. Yes. And then we got some jewels in the chat. Somebody dropped some jewels in the house. Thank you so much, Silver Wolf, for 20 jewels. Give me the party hat because we are going to get ready here. Let me fix the chat here. I added the hotness subscribe button in there, and we're going to go and send Glassdoor Gamer kicks us off with the chats. Yo, I don't mean to laugh, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Glassdoor Gamer just goes, happy anniversary. Happy 25th anniversary Xbox. We off for sale. Oh, man. This is... Yo. They're giving them the 25th anniversary discount. They're like, yo, who wants to buy us? 25% off for 25 years. Oh, man. And nobody wants to buy them. Yo, what is going on? Grinders, I just saw Xbox. Microsoft wants to sell Xbox. And then I started bookmarking tons of stuff. So we're going to go through it live, and I'm basically going to react to what the hell is going on. Yeah, man, it's bad. Like, it is bad. Like, they had Mr. Balls.
Have an exciting life now.
You got Mr. Balls doing interviews.
You're going to love my nuts. Watch this.
I can go directly to Blackness.
Mr. Nuts, Mr. Balls, whatever his name is, like, talking about strategy, but no comment when the strategy has loopholes in it. About like exclusives, and them just saying, how about, like, people have been in the chat, they go like this, they go, how about those exclusives? It's like, they're gonna sell Xbox off. What do you mean, how about those exclusives? Like, yo, it just shows, like, it was just a dog and pony show, man. It was a 3-ring circus that Asha was running. We knew it, man. It was so fake. It was so fake over there. It was so fake. This is the fake. Like, we just said that Phil Spencer was fake and said that whole thing was goofy. Asha is the ultimate goof. Like, she really just went out there, awkward as can be, and just basically said, yeah, what do you want? All right, yeah, we'll give you some of these things, and that's it, and keep you quiet while we just gut this thing and reset the business. Like, don't even think about and what's crazy is that she thought so much about the fans, like what the fans say, what they want, little updates here and there, and like her memo threatening her own employees and just saying, yo, the reality, we're gutting this stuff. Like everything's coming. Like, if she was so sensitive to listen to people on Twitter, you would think, like, How is she able to keep a straight face and just basically just rip apart and destroy everything
#1 customer.
she built them up to in the first 100 days, right? Ridiculous. It just shows that she was just like she said, I returned to Xbox. I did return to Xbox in my first 100 days. Now my next 100 days is resetting
You're
it.
my #1 customer.
It's like, lady, you didn't even know what the hell gaming was before Satya appointed you here, and you thought a couple of updates and pulling something off a PlayStation for like a quick W is like returning to Xbox. Like that's the extent of your return. My God, that is like, really? You needed like 2 years of solid exclusives and at least to at least get something. You just don't go, oh yeah, we're just not going to show their logo and we'll show it. Oops, we leaked it. But that's a return to Xbox. Like what? Now that you think that was it? And these idiots online celebrating her like, oh, thank you, Miss Asha. Madam Xbox. Like, madam my ass. That's it? Oh, yeah, we removed Quick Resume. Heard you. Back to Xbox. We gave you a green logo. Dude, she's launching. She basically just showed you Project Helix's launch logo and what Xbox on PC is going to look like. That's what you said. Yeah, boy, we're going to cover the big news. Let's get to these chats. Grinders are cooking in here. We got Don John Sean. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit those chats in here. 23 months of a VIP. He goes, R.I.P. Bozo Clowns. Oh, man. Yo, she got a full staff of clowns now. Phil Spencer was a single ring circus. She got herself a whole 3-ring circus with Matt Booty, Matt Balls, and Asha Sharma, Ashinator. My goodness. They're a whole goddamn traveling circus right now. And Aaron Greenberg, they write on Aaron Greenberg. They write him into the circus. Glinza with the 2. He goes, Sega to Microsoft. We've been there. Have a drink on us. No, the Sega told Microsoft, they go, gotta move fast. Gotta move fast, they said. They told Microsoft, gotta move fast. Yo, join us. Join us. They're doing that emoji, the Dave Chappelle. The Dave Chappelle as he's like, join us. Jeffrey Granda 9815 with the 2. He goes, Xbox is a ticking bomb anytime now. AI Asha. Yo. As soon as I listen, not even I said it. Everybody in the chat, you guys keep coming back. The thing is, we said this as soon as she walked in the door, because I say we. I just, say how I feel, but everybody in the chat just saying the same thing. Like we're on the same page here. And the fact that nobody ever trusted her here as soon as she walked in the door. What's up, Muhammad? How you doing, man? Doc Zone in the house, Davis in the house. And now, how about them Knicks, man? Yo, last time we did the show, the Knicks were down. Biggest comeback in history, 29 points, man. That was a crazy game. Awesome. So I can't wait for Saturday. But the Ashinator truly in the gaming industry, dude. When she surrounded herself with AI and all these Xbox people leaving, yeah. So let's get into what the hell is going on. So we're going to go right to the source. Now, this didn't come from I heard you something. This is Rukas. Not Ruckas, but Rukas. Rudikas, whatever the hell they call them. Rudikas. They posted this today. And this is dire, man. Microsoft has considered spinning off Xbox, the information reports. So, considering this is what's going on now, because remember, what we discussed on Monday about her on Wednesday, it's insane. Oh, and by the way, that music that you heard, that's brand new music. That's what the VIPs get. Ultimate Grinders. I got to upload it for the VIPs and special grinders at the balcony. I upload music for them as well. So I owe you some of those songs there. So just keep to know. Our accuracy was insane, right? What's up, Doc Don? Yeah, Don John says it was, dude. Like, come on. She did not surround herself with Xbox people. She surrounded herself with AI. But what a crazy week, man. They went from the showcase on Sunday showing some games, Asha giving out Xboxes, and then step on rake for the rest of the week, where she did a post interview talking about the next 100 days of gutting Xbox, restructuring it. Then she sent out the memo, like, now I'm doing my next 100 days where I'm going to restructure everything. Then Matt Ball comes out there saying we can't make enough Xboxes and we may use cloud and ads to do that. And then he's like, well, I never said that we're going to do it. I just said that that's a way we can do it. I'm like, all right, bullshit. Yeah, dude. Please, we've been here before. You said it. Balls and booty rocking the place. No one wants the music. Toilet. That's who just said that? How dare he say that? Toilet. This is what we get. There you go. You get a booty emoji right there. So this is the crazy thing, dude. Now, after Asha said, my next 100 days, I am going to gut the shit, she wrote a memo about her next 100 days. And it was basically a threat to our own employees that Jason Schreier alluded to in his layoffs. And then Asha tweeted it out and made it public for everybody and put it on Xbox Wire, where gaming should be. The same day that they showed 30 minutes of Fable gameplay and 30 minutes of the Halo gameplay with the third person.
You're my #1 customer.
This is crazy. And then now, today, before we can't even get out of the week, we have to have a second emergency meeting because now this has just hit the news cycle and it is going absolutely ballistic here. And it kind of lines up with how she wrote that memo. What her basically ultimatums are. The business, 3% mod. Dude, they bought the world $80 billion all for a drop of blood. 3%. Like what? And we said this. This is putting their games on everything. This is putting their games on Samsung TVs, on Meta Quests, on PlayStation, on Switch, on PC, on Epic Store, on Windows Store, on cloud, on phones, on iPads, on Android phones, on anything that has a screen. Because everything was an Xbox. They put their games everywhere. And that's before they had their games just only on Xbox and PC, which they still didn't make money. That's why they had to go buy publishers because they weren't getting the content for their services. They've done this before. They have done this so many times before. We call it the Xbox Matrix over here. It's like that end scene in Matrix where he's like, you're the seventh Neo. We've been here. Zion always falls. You know, you tried this. Go through the left door, the right door. Like, you did this already. You tried exclusives. You tried pulling games off of PlayStation. You tried just using your ecosystem. You tried just doing Windows Store, not Steam. You tried all this. It never worked out for you. You tried getting people to come into Game Pass. It never, there was nothing ever happened. You tried increasing the price of Game Pass. People left. Now you decrease the price. You got some back. And now your console is nowhere to be found. And a lot of the things, before I get into this part, is the issue that they had was that they did not prepare because they were trying to back out of console. Like the last 5 years when Sony and Nintendo were stacking the deck and getting the RAM and doing the stuff because they plan on selling consoles, Microsoft wasn't in the business of selling consoles. Remember, it was about engagement and not about selling consoles. So they were not buying up the supply that they needed to make consoles because, remember, you couldn't find them. You couldn't find them. Dusty Bin did find one.
Dusty Bin.
He called Target.
For
he found one.
Xbox
October 19th.
Console on October 19. He checked stores on Thanksgiving, not staying at home. And now Xbox got beaten by the next playground, a Goo Goo Gadget toy. What are we doing here? Dusty Bin.
Remember, you couldn't find them, but Dusty Bin found one. He called up Target. They said they're getting one in. Well, that's a problem. And what's crazy is that now that those Xboxes are still not in stores and they can't manufacture them for the demand, supposedly, a minus 30% demand, since they can't manufacture them, they say, oh, guess what? We're just going to put Gears on it. Gears E-Day will just launch on this one that we can't manufacture. We cannot stock in stores. We haven't sold in a long time. We'll just pull it off the 100 million PlayStation that's out there already. And we'll just pull it off of that PlayStation.
You're my #1 customer.
And we'll try to sell it on a console that's defunct in stores that all you have are just hanging coupons of Xbox. There's hardware is stagnant. There's nowhere to be found. Minus 30%. You tell me that's a smart business move for a Gears that we'll talk about could be $400 million in budget. Dude, it took them like 5 years. Don't put it on the 100 million console to at least those people buy the game. We're going to put it on this dire console, only console, that we can't even stock to get people to buy. We want them to buy, but we can't make it because it's too expensive. And on top of that, it's going to be in Game Pass. So even if they have it there, they're going to subscribe for $20 and play it that way. And then Call of Duty, like I mentioned on Mooch's show and on Wednesday's show, they just announced that they're going to have a 1 week early access of the campaign, which is like 2 weeks after Gears launch. So basically, Gears is dead. They sent it out to die. They, with their own Call of Duty having a campaign a week early to play, which is like a week and a half, 2 weeks after Gears launches. Gears launches the same day as the Star Wars game. I don't know what they think for the multiplayer, and when they got their own Call of Duty sitting there in 2 weeks, and they got the campaign coming out in a 1 week early access. You own both of those franchises. Give them room. Why wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah. So that's what we found out today. So tell me how that strategy works. How is that going to make money? Oh, well, it's okay. We're going to lose money on it, obviously. You're in the business of losing money? You just said you got 3% accountability margins. You're still going to lose some money? You're in that business still. It's so idiotic. And what's so funny, it's so hypocritical to what they said. We're not going to act fast. We're going to act strategically. We're going to have to see what works, what doesn't work, and we don't want to do a knee-jerk reaction. Dude, that's exactly what they did. They pulled Gears off of PlayStation. They said, oh, and Clockwork Revolution, give them a second one, too, for next year. They basically did a knee-jerk reaction. They did it in like 3-4 weeks. Like, ridiculous. Absolutely insane that they said, well, we got to look and assess. And then she's like, when we return to business back to like where it is, we'll consider more. Dude. And then you see this news today. We had Glassdoor Game out to 2. He goes, Matt Ball about to be Vince Russo, WCW, them for Totoki. Exactly, dude. Matt Ball going to be Vince Russo with the loud mouth and not doing anything. What's up, William Aguilar? I know this man has been calling this shit all over the interwebs. Shout out to William Aguilar in the house with the 10, man. He's all over the internet going like, dude, him and Folky are just like, yo, nobody listened to us. I told you. He goes, what's up, William? He goes, $10. He goes, if they sell Xbox, they will sell it to Elon Musk. With it overall probably being worth $90 billion, is that the only company that can afford it. XI, SpaceX, and Xbox, it all fits. Think about it. Yo. That will be some crazy stuff, man, if Elon... Maybe they'll finally be able to share their screenshots to Twitter then. Elon is going to buy Xbox. Oh, yeah, it fits all in X, exactly. Oh, my gosh. But you know what's funny is that she kind of alluded to this, too. When she was like, we need other partners. Like, and we thought it was OEMs to build Xbox because that's what they want. They want to offshoot everything Xbox. They want to just reap in. They want to do exactly what they do with Windows. Have other people make Windows devices, and we just supply the software and reap the benefits of the software product in our revenue. That's it. We don't want to lose in R&D. We don't want to have to maintain hardware and suppliers and building and researching and conforming and making sure we have the parts and the mill. They don't want to build anything. They're a software company. They're not a hardware company at all. Nintendo and Sony, they make their own hardware. Apple makes their hardware. That's why their software and hardware work so well together. Games and hardware. That's why Nintendo and Sony operate similar to Apple. Apple, they get the max amount because they make the hardware and the software. Microsoft never want, they tried it, they don't like it. They just want to offshoot, have just like the Asus ROG Ally.
Number one customer.
They don't give a shit how that thing sells. They don't care because that's Asus's investment. Microsoft just said put a button on it. Asus just said, oh, well, it's not selling $1,000. Microsoft don't care. They're like, oh, that's just a Windows computer. I don't care. It's not hitting their bottom dollar that the Asus ROG Ally is not selling. Doesn't matter to them. That's exactly what they want for Xbox. So they're probably going to tell, everybody make an Xbox. And nobody's going to work on proprietary software. Nobody's going to work on proprietary exclusive hardware. No. The only thing they know, Asus and HP and all them, is PCs. So they will make probably these console-fied PCs that operate with the Xbox app. And Microsoft's job is to say, hey, let's do the preservation and make sure that some of these Xbox games work on PC. That's all we need to do. All we need to do is take these dudes and dudettes on Xbox, and tell them, oh, yeah, some of your games work. We'll be adding more over time. Get over there on PC and enjoy yourself. Now you're on a Windows device, and we could sell ads to you. We could have Copilot watch you in the background. We could watch, analyze you because you'll be online. It's a PC. We'll hit you with Windows updates. We could sell Office to you while you're over there. All the wonderful Satya things we can do. That's why when she said Windows is #1 for gaming, she didn't have Microsoft never made it for gaming. It was all Steam. See, what the stupid thing is of Microsoft is that they're going to guide their fans, the ones that love and green Xbox, and they're going to, if they haven't already, lead them to PC, and guess where they're going? They're going to go to Steam, Epic Store, GOG. They're going to go to other storefronts and get their games there. And Microsoft's basically just leading them somewhere else. They're not going to stay for the Windows Store. Nobody will send money in the Windows Store to buy a game, especially when that Windows Store has been defunct for like 10 years. They still haven't fixed it. And that Xbox app is still a work in progress. Nothing like Steam Big Picture. Steam Big Picture owns the shit out of Windows. Windows sucks. And the Xbox app sucks. Nobody likes Windows, not even Steam users. And Steam doesn't even want to do that. They're going to be shipping Linux computers. And I'm telling you, going from a Windows if what I experience is a microcosm of what Xbox is going to show with Xbox consoles, going from a Windows handheld PC to a Steam Deck with Lenovo, the same hardware, it is night and day using Linux and Steam Big Picture or a Steam Deck interface and playing a game with resuming and optimization and just smoothness and consolifying PC than the disaster that Windows is. That Xbox app is trash. And it is night and day on the same hardware, and they ran it. They said the same hardware, Steam runs the games better. Because Windows has a whole bunch of stuff in the background. And that's it. And that's a microcosm of what's going to happen in the future. So, now a super curveball. Grinders, hit that like button. Let's see what the Grinders are saying here before we get into this article here. Oh, old man game. Really? UFC looks amazing. I think I have EA Play on there. I mean, I gotta try that there. Nintendo should buy a Rare back. Yes, Space Money, I agree that. Jez, the problem was Xbox fans, Mr. Tennis says, Xbox fans haven't rallied or fought back against the terrible decisions. They've never said a word, and it's coming to bite them in the ass. Yeah. Listen, they gave Asha those quick wins, and they made her believe that she did enough, that she could say, okay, now my next 100 days. It's like, no, you still got 100 days of bringing back Xbox. Like, that should have been your focus. Instead, she looked for quick wins. They ate it up. Instead of being cautious about her and giving her, I would say, a hard time, they should have. That's not enough, Asha. Thanks, but yeah, we want more. We want more. They just loved her, and they idolized her, and she saw all that stuff. And they say, hey, look, they love you, Asha. They love you. Oh, wow. Okay, good. So I'm over with them. They didn't play hard to get. They played easy. And they made her see, and you see how quickly she interacted with the public. She wasn't back there for 50 days trying to figure out what Xbox is and the business and stuff. Dude, on her second day, she was already dropping bombshells, and then the second week, she announced a new console. It's crazy. It makes no sense. You know, she just announced a new console. Let me share this out again to the Grindhouse, and we're going to get into this article here. And then we're going to see the reaction, because it is going crazy out there on the internet. But yeah. And that's been kind of what's been going on. I want to say live now. Just let them know. But she basically, they just glazed her up. And she thought, oh, I did enough. That's it. Phil was thrown out like a used Kleenex. Dude, it's incredible. Incredible. So, let's see what this Ruckus says here. Ruckus. Microsoft has considered spinning off Xbox. So, the next 100 days is going to be crazy. So, you want to subscribe. Look at the button right there. Subscribe button right there. Hit that subscribe button, because we're going to be covering this stuff and going through this stuff as well. And we'll do another community game night once we hit the VIP goal as we go through here. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. It's gonna be a bloodbath moving forward. It's gonna be crazy. I can't believe we're still in the same week right now, and Xbox has basically went a 180. Like, they showed that a good solid showcase. Gears look great. Fable looked pretty good. I wanted to, and every time I wanted to say, hey, let's check out Gears, let's react to Fable. They don't stop talking, dude. They do not stop talking. Every single thing, like they just can't get out of their own way, and this has been their problem. You know, Sony showed their state of play, and here are the games that are cooking. Thank you very much. Nintendo did their Nintendo Direct. Here are games. Here's Zelda. Good night. Here. Here's what is it? The Kingdom Hearts 4. Yep, there you go. Even a multi-platform game. And Microsoft just can't, they sit around and do these bozo interviews, and they basically just shut up. It's like, this is what got you in trouble before. Stop trying to tell people what gaming is. And stop telling people your problems. Like, I wrote out a tweet before this is the thing that is the essence of all this stuff. Let me just show you. This is like, I tweeted this out here. And I just wanted to show this thing right here. Because why is it so hard for them? It's amazing, all this bullshit at Xbox just to make great games, and the amount of lip service, lies, interviews, policies, predictions, services, money issues, acquisition. I couldn't fit it all. Acquisitions, CMA. Like, we spent 2.5 years talking about Microsoft buying Activision, sitting around and them talking about Bethesda and what Bethesda's going to do, and if Starfield be exclusive, and Phil says where games are going to be, what Game Pass is going to be, all this stuff. You have the studios. You got to get rid of Ass Cheeks Booty and just nurture these studios to make great games, and that's it. Shut up. Oh my God. Like it's amazing how challenging it is for that stupid ass company of Microsoft to just like to make great games. It's like asking them to build a city. It's like, dude, you have the studios. Just like, do what you used to do. It's not like this is your first rodeo, dude. It's 25 years. Just do it. Why is it so difficult? Why does it need a Bloomberg interview, a Rook interviews? Why does it need FanFest? Why does it need Asha telling people what they want? Why does it need memos? Why does it need all this stupid stuff? Phil interviewing, going across the world, interviewing with Xbox. Why? Sony talks for their freaking financials, and they move on, and they just let the games drop. Nintendo don't even talk. They talk to their investors. Here's our numbers. This is what we're doing. Here's our exclusives. Dude, Sony never even sat around and talked about, our service games and what we're going to do. And dude, they just did a financial call, and they just mentioned it there. There was no sit down with Herman Holtz when he's like, guys, we're not putting our games on PC anymore. Herman Holtz didn't need a memo leak. Herman Holtz didn't say, somebody interview me, I got to tell you what I told my staff. No, he told the staff, our games are going to be only on PlayStation except multiplayer games. He didn't even tweet it out. Sony didn't even make it a PS blog. It was nothing. Jason Schreier leaked it, but no, there was no like, we'll go to a PlayStation blog on our new position on PC games. No. Microsoft would have done that. They would have said, hold on, I got to have a show. Get Major Nelson and the microphones. So I could say something and then get questioned and not have an answer for it and contradict myself later on. Insane. Yes. What's up, The Almighty Spartan? This is what it's saying. They're considered spinning off Xbox. So this is what it is. Here we go. Microsoft is considering options for its Xbox gaming unit, including a potential spin-off or restructuring as a wholly owned subsidiary. The information reported on Friday, citing 3 people with direct knowledge, the Xbox bums, I guess, of the discussions. The Windows maker, and you would think how aggressive they are on Twitter, Mr. Balls and Mr. Booty and Asha, how aggressive they are, they should be all over this, right? Nope. This is probably another controlled leak of what they may be doing. The Windows maker is also weighing options such as creating a joint venture with other partners as it prepares to overhaul the unit, which could make gaming business easier to sell and report. So like spinning off Xbox to position it to sell. Xbox struggled in the recent years. Microsoft bet on subscriptions. Cloud gaming failed. Again, remember cloud gaming? to offset declining console sales and shortage of blockbuster titles. See? The essence of all their issues was that they could not make great games. Whatever happened in 2016 when Satya came in and they shut down Fable, they shut down Lionhead, they shut down Team Dakota, who made Project Spark, they canceled Scalebound. Whatever happened in 2016 after Halo 5 launched, they never recovered to make games again like that. It was the Sea of Thieves. Quantum Break was delayed. Quantum Break was not as good as it should have been. Sea of Thieves came out with no content. Then Recore came out. Crackdown got delayed again. It wasn't ready for the 1X launch. Then they focused on hardware and VR, which VR never happened. And then they just started updating old games. They leaned into backwards compatibility. They had Halo announced. No Halo ready for launch, even though it was the only launch title. No launch again. 1X did not have a banger app, a banger game to launch with the 1X. And the Series X and S did not launch with any first-party content at all. That is just complete failure on the software end. And Matt Booty, left and right cheek, stank ass, was running the show. Crackdown 3 never amounted to anything. We could go on and on and on. But the essence of all their issues was they could not make banger games that moved their hardware, nor could it move their service. Their service was $10 a month. It was cheap. Game Pass. They focused so much on throwing Game Pass growth that the game suffered. And they said, let it throw it in Game Pass just to get it out, and we'll fix it later, like Sea of Thieves. And that's where it started from. We couldn't do our games. We can't sell consoles. Then let's bank on subscription. Let's bank on cloud gaming. Let's bank on taking your game on the go. Let's talk about everything as an Xbox. Oh, nobody wants to come to our subscriptions. Well, we got to now go buy publishers to put games in subscriptions because we got to own them because nobody's coming here because we're not growing fast enough. It's crazy. So the essence of all their problems was just making great blockbuster games to move their hardware, like what Nintendo does and like what PlayStation does. That's why, yes, they have had issues. They have had hiccups and fails like Concord and live service games with Sony and Nintendo with the Switch 2 and the prices and $80 games and Nintendo. But they able to recover because they respected their IP and made banger games. They did Astrobot to answer to Concord, and that erased Concord's bullshit. And Astrobot just went on, like, boom, there you go. And now they're in their flow for the second round with all these games, starting with Soros, going into Wolverine, Intergalactic, God of War, a Marvel Token Fighter, Phantom Blade Zero, and I think Sony's going to really get these second-party deals too because they got the leverage. And Sasha, she pissed off Sony by doing this three-ring circus dog and pony show, which like hiding some logos and pulling some games for some $40 million budget games off of a PlayStation that has 100 million consoles for consoles that you can't make and can't sell. She wants to play some tricks and stuff and see what I can do in some three-ring circus. Well, guess what? If that pissed off Sony, you don't want to be doing that because you're basically starting a war with water pistols. Because they have all the leverage in the world. They could go tap on friggin' anybody's shoulder and go, here's like $1 million. Put it on our console. They're like, yeah, we weren't considering Xbox anyway. There's like 25 million consoles out there. Who gives a shit? Sony has all the leverage. They could easily just buy. We already see Guild Wars 3. Games just skip Xbox. Guild Wars 3, Phantom Blade Zero. There's another game that's coming out this holiday that's not even on Silent Hill. Dude, tell me what happened. Silent Hill 2 goes after a year exclusive, 2 years or whatever, then goes to Xbox. And now Silent Hill F goes on Xbox day one. And then now this new Silent Hill skips Xbox entirely. Same thing with Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade, they didn't make an Xbox version. They're making a Switch 2 version of Stellar Blade. That was at the Nintendo show. And Xbox is like, what about us? Like, who cares about you? Give us time, they said. Because you're not a priority. So I don't think now's the time to talk the word exclusives because you have no leverage at all for exclusives. And on top of that, your presence on PC sucks ass. She said that as well. Crazy work, right, Don Johnson, right? Crazy. So The essence is blockbuster titles and quality games. It's always been their problem. But they care about, oh, Asha said catering's on the roof. Go upstairs. We'll eat you. And we'll feed you guys at rooftop parties and give you guys all swag. Now we're good. You know, that's wonderful. But you got to have the games to back up that publicity. You cannot be just doing that and go, oh, they like us now. Give people free shit, and all of a sudden now we're good. You're not good. That parasocial shit, like, dude, that doesn't get you blockbuster titles. That does not make you relevant. And then one other tweet that I put out there, another powerful tweet, Grinders. This one had some 31 likes. Thank you so much, Grinders, for that one. And then here's the other one. I was thinking about this, dude. They're not ready. Talking about blockbuster games, dude. They are not ready. I wrote this thing today. I did some hard times, dude. I said, I don't even think Asha knows. Like I said, she don't know how the brand is going to be damaged by this. You know, she could hide it all she wants. But when people see this, in the year of GTA 6, in the year of our Lord, GTA 6, in the year of GTA 6, in the year of Wolverine, in the year of Call of Duties, Modern Warfare, and with God of War on the horizon, with Intergalactic on the horizon, when they see this, it's over in the public image. It's done. You could do cartwheels and flips all you want.
Like zoinks.
On stage, Asha. You could wear your shades and take pictures with as many fans as you want. You could feed them and keep feeding them. Sew their assholes shut and feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. Catering, Greenberg Catering. You could feed them all you want. But when this gets out and people boot up their PlayStation and see this, and when people go into GameStop and see this on the shelves, they're going to think it's it's over. I don't care what you do with Gears. I don't care what Clockwork Revolution, as soon as you see streams, you're going to see one here. Halo Campaign Evolved streaming on a PS5 Pro. You don't think? I'm doing it. I know, because I know you guys are going to love it. You want to see it. You go onto it. It is done. It is. You can't recover from that. That is Sega going like, oh, yeah, Nintendo, here comes Sonic. Just for one day, Sonic and Mario are going to play together. You're going to see Sonic on a Nintendo console. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back. You can't come back from that. You can't. That's why, Dusty, hard times. Get ready for some hard times, because that is a PR disaster. And you're going to have a stack of exclusives, not just two. Like, oh, we'll just give you two right now. You needed to make that whole showcase exclusives and then some. You're done. This comes out in end of July, right before the season starts, August, September. Clownery, dude. And even the collector's edition. It's crazy. They even made a PlayStation collector's edition. Davis. Craziness. Let me get these super chats and continue with this article. We got to get back into this. You go, Glassdoor Gaming says they aren't getting billions for it. They're stressed. Danelle Brown, what's up, man? He goes, you need to check Tim after this news. Yo, Tim is like, I told you that they're going to spin it, but not now. They're back. Yo, Tim, he's done. He's so happy. See, he glazed himself up. He's so happy about the Gears thing. They got him back. Just like that. Just like that, man. He's trying not to. But you know how they keep coming. Pause. They keep coming, Phil.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
they keep sending them, oh, talk to us. Let us know how you feel. Like, as soon as you think they're listening to you, now that's it. It's hard to come back from that, man. I tried to tell them, like, Tim, don't get glazed up again, man. You're already 4 glazes in. You can't keep going in, man. There's no way coming back. It's like, yo, once you cross that threshold, I don't know if my deglazing program could help you. You know, my deglazing program for Tim Dog was I had extra towels. I brought in new staff, and he was going to get a quadruple deglazing. But once he passes into glaze levels 5, 6, and 7, I don't know if I have enough staff and towels. And that's going to be costly to the grindhouse. It just may be just kind of, yo, you're on your own, man. You're on your own. Like, when you start hitting these levels of glazing, I don't know if I can bring you back. When you get to 5 and 6, where he's approaching now, there's nothing coming back from this. There's nothing coming. You can't come back here. My program can't handle glaze level 5s and 6s. The Grindhouse deglazing program. Yeah, Grindhouse deglazing program can't. Once we hit that threshold, it's over. And just let you know, Xbox fans in the chat, if you're approaching glaze level 5s, my voice may not help you anymore. I don't know, man. This is a professional crooked. This is a professional deglazing unit. I told you, I got all the towels here. The staff are scheduled to come in there, but again, it was scheduled for a level 4 deglazing. I don't think I can approach a level 5. Has been on nobody. Listen, according to history, hit that like button, right? According to history, nobody has come back from a glaze level 5. An Xbox glaze level 5, they're gone. They're gone. There's been nobody on record to come back from a glaze level 5.
You're my #1 customer.
I had Tim at a glaze level 4. He was he was able to communicate. He was saying full sentences to me. I was ready. He was a glaze level 4. I was like, Tim, don't go to the other end. I got full sentences, coherent thoughts. I was like, just be careful. I warned him. I was like, Tim, just be careful. Don't go further. They want to talk easy. Get the towels ready. It's too much. No, I told him. He's not coming back. A glaze level 5, dude. Nobody has come back from glaze level 5s, dude. Glaze level 5s? Yeah, no. There's been, according to all the history books, nobody has came back from Xbox glaze level 5. Nobody. That's it. They're gone. They're gone. They just go off. And you're like, what happens? Like, I don't know, man. What happens when you hit a glaze level 5 is like, you just do this and that's it. You're gone. Like, there's no coming back. Like, you try to wave to them, you talk, they're like, nope, they're glazed up, man. They're done. They're done. All they do is they go, sure, madam, sure. Oh, man, yeah, it's over. I've seen it. In my clinic of deglazing, I've seen it. There's no coming back from a glaze level 5. There's no coming back. So, Tim, if you're hearing us, stay as a glaze level 4. That's what my staff is prepared to do. But once you hit glaze level 5, it's over. It's never go full glaze. The OA says never go full glaze. That is exactly the OA. That's a full glaze. That is beyond the bone. That goes to the cell. That is a cellular level glaze. There's nothing coming back from a cellular level glaze. I was willing to go to the bone level with Tim. I had the towels and I had the staff coming in. It was to the bone. But once it gets to cellular, nope. A cellular level glaze is gone. That is it. Then you're just like, good luck. If they sell off Xbox, I don't know what happens to a level 5 glaze. I don't know what happens. If Xbox gets sold off, grinders, I don't know. They just kind of, I think they just walk into the ocean or something like that. I don't know what happens to them. If there's no Xbox, I don't know what happens to a glaze level 5. I don't know. We'll find out, though, because I think that's what's going to happen. Asha's going to explode. Yo, you'll find them. They'll be melting down on Twitter with glaze level 5s. You'll see them. They'll just be speaking like they'll just have like this will be their tweets. Like if Asha kills Xbox, you'll just see like that on Twitter, like just letters like that. That's a glaze level 5 breakdown right there. I just tweeted it out on my chat. That's a glaze level 5 right there. No, Nick, we've seen people. I've seen glaze level 5s, But I have not seen anybody come back from a glaze level 5. Me, when I was over there, I was a glaze level 2 or 3. And as soon as I was hitting that glaze level 3 plus, I was like, nope, this is not happening to me. There's the point of no return. That's it. And 2027 was the deadline. Exactly, Octagon lost a lot. Like, Phil was right. Phil said, he's like, if we don't do this, 2027 is the end of these. So there you go. So remember, it's not.
You're my number one customer.
Yo, Shadow Liquidator with the thing. He goes, he crossed the event horizon. Exactly, dude. That's when they just like rip out their eyes and they're just like, where we're going, we don't need eyes. It's like, oh shit, no, that's a glaze level 5. No, that's it.
You're my number one customer.
That's it. It's like, well, what happened to your eyes? It's like, where we're going with Xbox, we don't need eyes. Like, oh shit, Event Horizon. Come home. Come back to gaming. I am home. And they just walk into Xbox headquarters. It's like, no, it's over. It's over. Go watch Event Horizon, man. The end of the Event Horizon. Yo, Event Horizon, that is a level 5 glaze. Yo, why all these people at FanFest don't have eyes? Like, they don't need eyes. All they need is just they see, they hear Asha, they feel Asha. Oh man, Glesto game with the 2. He goes level 6 glaze equals Clute glaze. Yeah, man, dude. He's up there. There's no coming back. There's no coming back. So anyway, that's your glaze summary right there. But yeah, I don't know. Mother Asha. It's like, Event Horizon's great, but yeah, that's it. Yeah, once you go that's it. That's Horizon 7 Xbox Graveyard Edition. Yo, it is crazy, man. So while no restructuring is, let's get back to the article. So Xbox struggled years with blockbuster titles. While no restructuring is imminent, all the options remain on the table, the information reported. Microsoft operates professional network LinkedIn and software development platform GitHub as wholly owned subsidiaries, a model that could serve as a blueprint for the Xbox unit. Asha, who took charge as the CEO of the gaming unit in February, plans to increase spending and accelerate development of new titles. So this is the other thing. She wants to accelerate development of new titles from, like I said before, all those, the Killins and even Hellblade, all those little games, dude. She loves herself some Activision, Halo, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls. See, she's going to throw her money at the big franchises, and the rest of them are rotted up. Goodbye. Toodaloo. She just wants the big ones that make money, to have the potential to sell. That's it. True SSJ Havoc. No, let me see. I didn't get yours. I got to go back. There you go. True SSJ Havoc. Member, 21 months. He goes, Jez, what is even the point of Asha doing any of the BS she did? None of this is going to move the needle anyway. What a waste of time. And then I got Jeffrey Granda with the 2. A reset era user. Microsoft will close compulsion. Microsoft will be closing compulsion games. I said they were on the list, man. You know? And what's crazy, Jeffrey, if that's true, is yet another studio. Now, I didn't really care for the game. You know, the artwork looked pretty cool, but the gameplay was very ho-hum. But, South of Midnight was an award-winning game at the Game Awards. They announced it coming to PlayStation at the Game Awards. And if Compulsion Games gets shut down, that is definitely an indication about, like, what's the type of games like right here. The big ones that make money and great, just like with Hi-Fi Rush. Like, that was a well-received game, and they shut down the studio. South of Midnight, yes, it maybe didn't make the money, but it won awards at the Game Awards show, and they even ported it to PlayStation. That's another one where it just shows you the failure of Microsoft, and they cannot make games. They're not a creative company. What's his name? Said it. Goddamn, Steve Jobs said it to them. They're not a creative company. They don't nurture. They do not create. They just buy and absorb. And same thing with Big Booty Bobby Kotick on Satya. He's like, you're not a gaming company. You're not a gaming company. Like, you don't know what to do with games. Like, you're not a creative company. You don't make games. You're not a gaming company. He said it to Satya. You don't know about it. And he sold it to him because his ass was there. Warwana, member, 24 months. Thank you so much. He goes, I'm no on X. Can anyone tell me what Paris' take on E-Day being exclusive? Did he say recently that exclusives are anti-consumer? Nope, Warwana, he did not. Instead, he's embracing exclusives again. Thank you, Warwana. Yeah, he's completely hypocritical. He is done. Yeah. He's not saying, oh, I wish this game was everywhere for everybody to play. Nope, he is completely right in the line. That is a level 5 glaze. There's no coming back from that one. That he has gotten so much free shit, it's done. So, there it is. But it is the information on Rudica's that they said here that Microsoft may operate Xbox. There you go. It's Rudica's. There you go, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
There you.
Where are you?
It's Rudica's business. Yeah. No, yeah, he's not doing it, Warwana. Yeah, no. No, he's like, exclusives are great. This is what they needed to do. Yeah, there's no like everybody should play, we all win. That's gone. That has been gone all this year. He's done. And if you challenge him on it, he gets offended. Like, why can't we all play? So it just let him be, man. He gets the free shit. Let him get his free shit, and that's his MO. Let him just get his stuff and all that stuff. But there you go. Yeah, no, this is not coming from no horse shit. You know, let them debunk it or whatever. But the thing is even if they don't kind of pivot this thing, a reorg is coming. You know hell is coming. Asha said it. It's considering options for its gaming unit and including a potential spinoff. So this is it, man. Like they say that they operate GitHub and they operate LinkedIn similar to that as owned subsidiaries. And what they want to do is put Xbox possibly in that group where it's an owned subsidiary so they could easily annex it. You know, cut it off. And that's the ultimate thing. Like they want to kind of put it as a subsidiary so it's easy to sell, so it's not coming from internal and do that. So that's what they're reporting, and that's what she can do with this reorganization. Also putting it in with Halo and investing more money in Halo, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls, which means is like a lot of games could get canceled. There's rumors now that Compulsion is there. Like, yeah, it is. Like, some of it is rumors. Some of it is there. But, it is going crazy. So let's see what the internet is saying, because there's a lot more everybody covering it. Here, Windows Central says new reports suggest that Microsoft is considering restructuring Xbox, and the option is on the table. Also notes that the firm wants to move faster with development of new Halo, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls games. So the bootleg cooking up there. People calling it fake news. Here comes Hunter. Microsoft considering spinning off Xbox per Rudica's, whatever it is. And then here it is here saying Microsoft gets ready to overhaul a struggling Xbox gaming unit. Hasn't ruled out spinning it out and restructuring the unit as a wholly owned subsidiary, which can make it easier to sell, or creating a joint venture with other partners, according to 3 people with direct knowledge of the discussions. Now, this is what I say right here. You've seen how aggressive Mr. Balls is.
I have an exciting life now. Breakfast to go. You're going to love my nuts.
Somebody said that he was talking ads in games, and he said no, but he did say ads may be something, but he didn't say it is there. But people ran with it. He correctly corrected it. Asha, on top of that, Asha may have to come out and correct this now and say, no, we're not doing this. But her memo, like, come on. This is the thing. If you put 2 and 2 together, dude, her memo was an ultimatum. It's not happening anymore. We cannot operate the way, like, she made ultimatums in there. We cannot do what we used to do. We cannot operate at this loss. With everything that we're doing, we cannot operate like this. And there's hard truths. Hard truths. Like, it was a gutted a slaughter that she wrote in that memo that made public to her own staff. That wasn't to fans. That wasn't to PlayStation. It wasn't to any of those people. It was to our own staff that she said, trust me. She said the quick wins are over. The quick wins of the first 100 days. That's what she said. And we're talking layoffs. Dude, they are gutting it. You don't send out an email like that if you're just going to drop a few people from a program. You send that out, it's a restructuring because they are losing money. And they're getting ready for their fiscal year. So don't be silliness. Oh, wait a second. I got to stop the show right now. Ron M with the 5 VIPs got him because he was running his mouth. Welcome to the VIPs, Ron.
Where is Ron right
I've
now?
never seen that before. Ron, you forgot to put up your protective shell. We got your ass. He's a VIP now. I want you to listen to all the songs now, Ron, and the VIPs. I've never seen that before. I don't know if he took off the protective shell. Maybe he wanted to be a VIP. But man, oh man, welcome to the VIPs, Ron. That's all I got to say. You earned it for coming on all my shows. He's here. He lives on the grinds board. He is protected. He took off the protection. He went raw dogging it into this show, and Ron M gave him the goods. Oh, man. Ron came into this show raw dog, and he went home. He's going to be having the crabs. Oh, he got the VIP crabs.
Ron.
He got them.
Where are you?
Oh,
Where
man.
is Ron right now?
You know where he is? He's in the VIPs right now, man. He came in.
Be sick, dead, or
Yo, he came in.
Ron.
He came in unprotected. We got him. We got him. He's going to get a song now. And I'm going to, see, as a VIP, I'm going to make an Ron song, and I'm going to upload it. And Ron is going to be for you. And they can listen to it because now you're a VIP. There you go, man. Oh, man. You know, you got to put your protective. You got to come in here protected. I've never seen Ron get a VIP before. And then Stephen Leone with the bomb. There it is, yo. Stephen Leone with 20 VIPs. He gave it to Lucci. He gave it to Carbon, Shadow, Arcade, D-Truth, Cosmic Hero. They're all back. T-Rock, Martin, yo, CB. Who else we got? We got Mad Killer, Justin. Yo, thank you so much. Mr. Grimm. Yo, thank you so much, man. Oh, man, Steve Leone with we got the train going right now. Ride that choo-choo. Ride that choo-choo. Oh, man, VIP's in the house. Oh, man, yeah, dude, we keep going through this stuff. It's crazy. Bye, Felicia. Keelan said, hit that subscribe button, grinders. Thank you. Yeah, that's wild. That was something I've never seen before. But Aaron, you know what? I appreciate. Thank you for taking off the protection. I appreciate it because he came in unprotected and he got the VIP. He got him. Welcome to PlayStation Nation. Welcome to the Grindhouse. So, didn't Asha say? Wait. So let's see. So they're considering spinning it out to a whole subsidiary. Could make it easier to sell, right? And I gotta. Oh, before I move on to the thing here, I gotta do my Stephen Leone VIPs. An iconic with the VIP. He's on the balcony. To the balcony. This one's for you, Stephen and Ron M. An iconic in the house. Let's go, baby. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. We're cooking tonight.
Storm is coming.
A storm is coming. Grubin got those pipes. An iconic with 5 VIPs.
Storm is coming.
Oh, man. He got impatient, extreme, J-Hard. J-Hard, oh, shit. J-Rod. We're going, oh, yeah. He got one another community game. Oh! AK2 Sensible! Yo! They're all coming! We're adding them all! I don't even add anymore to the VIP list. Holy shit, the balcony is shaking! The balcony is rocking now! Ow! Holy shit on me! All right, you want it? You want it? You're right. You're right. Before we're going to go in here, hey, if you're new and subscribe here, here's a classic here. All the VIPs, here we go. Grobin hit it. Those
Grab your control.
$80 billion.
Xbox, take
$80 billion for this. For this. Look at this image. $80 billion.
Spend more cash, make ourselves
Tell him, Grobin.
complete.
we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Phyllis and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we care. Start by bringing pen and men. See a thieves high five, rushing round at games over to PlayStation and Switch. And we will say that exclusives don't matter anymore. And then when we get Starfield ready for the pitch, Big Booty Bobby and Baloo walked out with the bag, and now left with all these IPs. What the hell are we supposed to do?
Oh man, we need $80 billion for this. To restructure Xbox, they spent too. Yo, kind of. That's right. Aaron says he shows up and the members go crazy. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
They got you. They got you. Pentiment 2 when Warwana says. I don't think Pentiment's not in Asha's eyes, man. I don't know, man. 80 billion did one. AK and all the grinders. Thank you so much for the train right now. Let me tell you something. And we're doing a community game night too, so we got to know what we're playing here, and we're going to the balconies. But let me tell you something. What the hell did we say about them spending money? I remember saying the ink was not even dry from the Bethesda deal, and they went out and said $80 billion for Activision, and they had so many chances to stop. The CMA said, we're blocking this deal. The CMA gave them an out. They said, yep, yeah, you're done. They even went to court with the FTC to fight. Like, they went even further. The CMA gave them an out. They're like, yo, we're blocking it. Just walk away and just get rid of it. And they said, oh, no, we got to make deals. Like, they kept pushing. They kept pushing to spend. They're like, we're begging you to spend $80 billion. And everybody's like, don't do it, man. You're going to lose people. This is not going to be good for gaming. And everybody's like, no, this is going to be great for gaming. Like, this is going to be great. Like, this is better for us, better for everybody. And then they had this dopey clown going out there. This circus. Remember this circus? Remember this guy? Remember this guy? Oh, I got the Nintendo contract, dude. I got the Nintendo contract. Dude, the freaking 8 years later, he's like, oh, now it's coming to Switch. Yo, remember this clown and a half? Oh, I got the contract and I got Sony's one. You dopey bitches. You clowns. Has this guy said the word Xbox in it ever again? Only when they sent them out there for the 3-ring circus. Remember this clown? Remember? Yeah. There he is. Remember this dope? Oh, I got all the deals in my pocket. Remember this? Where's his graph? Where's his stupid graph? The circle. That was the blue Pac-Man. This guy. Begging $80 billion. Still not on the Switch. Look at him. Softened stance in the UK after Activision agreement. Dude, this guy, look at him. He ran amok over there, begging to spend $80 billion. And look what happened. They spent too much, too fast, didn't know what to do. Worst Call of Duty ever last year. Yeah, with Florian, dude, with that clown and a half. All of them. All of them. Hose Law, the hose. All of them. No, this is great for gaming. Oh, bullshit. Nothing to do with gaming. It had to do with putting bullshit in Game Pass that they couldn't afford. And now listen, you want a line? Grinders, you want a line here? This is why you come here and you're a member. Guess what happened? Microsoft spent Xbox out of business. Boom. There you go. I'm here all day. There you go. Matt Booty's quotes bit him in the ass. Microsoft and Xbox spent themselves out of business. That's right. They spent themselves out of business. They didn't spend Sony out of business. They spent themselves out of business. There you go. They spent themselves out of business. Matt Booty says, let's spend my Sony out of business. Dude, look what you just did. You spent yourself out of business. You bought too much, too fast, too many studios, too much overhead, and guess what happened? Oops. We're not making the money, but we spent all the money. That's right. Oh, shit, right? Isn't it poetic? They spent themselves out of business, and then they brought in the Oceanator, and she's like, terminated. She walked in there day one to Phil Spencer, and she's like, I need your boots, your shoes, and your motorcycle. And Phil Spencer's like, what? What? What?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
I need them all. And she took it off. Thank you, Gaming Retro Bob. Subscribe. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button, grinders. We're growing. We're growing. We're not Game Pass. We're growing over here. We're growing. We're not no Game Pass. Get the hell out of here. Spent themselves out of business. That's right. You're welcome, grinders. Go take it with you on Twitters. I released the copyright on it. Go use it. Tell them all. I'm going to be tweeting it out, but they spent themselves out of business. That's it. And that's exactly what happened. They spent too much. So, here you go. Now they got to restructure because why? They spent themselves out of business. All the bets, all the money. They can't make any money. And Asha is the AI Terminator. Oceanator, man. Day one, I made the emoji. I made the friggin' Oceanator emoji day one. Could we predicted it any better? All the new VIPs. There's your emojis. You have the Oceanator right there. We even have the level 5 glaze right here. There's the level 5 glaze. There's nothing coming back to that. That's cellular glaze. We can't get Xbox fans back from that one. But you could use that. There you go. Xbox spent themselves out of business. Microsoft doesn't have any imminent restructuring plans, but the options are on the table, people said. In particular, Xbox will move faster on developing new games from beloved franchises it owns, including Halo, Fallout, and Elder Scrolls, people said. Fallout and Elder Scrolls are two particular areas of focus for Sharma. She wants that because the Fallout TV show, and she knows Elder Scrolls is probably their next big game. Oh, not Compulsion game, not Clockwork Revolution. Clockwork Revolution. Oh, Clockwork Revolution is not her big game. No, it's Fallout exactly, and it's Elder Scrolls. They got Todd Howard. They got Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies right now because Todd Howard has the Richard Simmons haircut. Basically, they got him sweating to the oldies. They're like, Todd, you're working on Elder Scrolls. We want a Fallout 5 as well. And Todd's like, oh man, I'm working as fast as I got. It's sweating to the oldies. You take your Richard Simmons hairdo and you get these two games out of here. So what you're probably going to do is take whatever smaller studios and either have them support those games. They basically are going to turn into Activision. That's exactly what they're doing, dude. They really are doing that. Just like how Activision said, hey, Call of Duty's our moneymaker, and they made everybody. Beanox, Toys for Bob, Raven Studios, they made them all those all supporting Call of Duty. That's what Asha's restructuring probably going to be. You heard it here first again. She's probably going to restructure whatever studios stick around. She's going to make them support studios for those franchises. And that's what they're going to do. It's not about driving tons of games in Game Pass, because I think even that Game Pass shit's going to dry up. But basically, they are going to turn Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda into Activision. And that's what happens. They're going to take everybody they're going to say, we need all you people on this one, and the ones that are there, we're going to take you off. And I don't even know if we get a Gears. Gears is not even on her list. Gears is not even on her list. Except Shitty. Exactly. That's right, Full Sweat. It's exactly what they're doing. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, Chief Financial Officer Amy Hood have approved of Sharma's plan to spend more on top-tier games in the coming fiscal year, beginning in July. Although the budget is not locked in and could change, people have said. So, yes, she's like, I'm going to focus on the games that could make us money. Now, I think what the next step is those games that she's going to throw money in are not going to be in Game Pass. I think that's step number 2. I think that's the next thing, is that those games are going to not be on Game Pass, and they're going to be Xbox exclusives. And she's going to try to build a platform with those games. That's why she wants them out sooner, because she doesn't have any games right now really to build that leverage. And that's basically what she's probably going to do. She's going to say Elder Scrolls Fallout. We're going to try. We'll see how the business goes. If we turn this around with the restructuring, then we could maybe make those games only on Xbox console and PC. And that's it. Yo, what's up, Josh? How you doing? But she's going to have to break a bunch of melons. Crack a bunch of lemons to make lemonade. But yeah, that's what I think. And I think those people are going to support that stuff. And I think that's why she wants those out, because she's like, we need this content to drive the platform. Because she's like, how can I get people? Because you got to remember, too, think about the entire company. It is stupid all around. This is not what's best for gaming at all. To have Microsoft with what they said, 60 studios, like all these friggin' studios that they had. Dude, where like I have that tweet, dude. Like somebody, I think, I don't know, James or somebody posted this, said this is a 3. This is the, where is it? I think I have it here. It was like, this what that looks like. Wait, I think I have it. Shit, like, you remember that screenshot that they put of all the of all those studios and all those franchises that they own and stuff? Like, this is what a 3% margin looks like, dude. It is crazy. Well, I think somebody tweeted it out. It was like what a 3% margin looks like at Xbox Studios IP tweet. Let's see if AI can find it. Yeah, Chris Drink says it's terrifying. I have that one. But yeah, like all, you know, that image that they have of all the studios. Yeah, oh, here it is. I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah. Yeah, James did it right here. Look at this. Like, put this in perspective. Like, look at this. This is what a 3% margin portfolio looks like. Look at all these. Look at this. This is what they were touting. This is what they were touting, right? Ruben, get in there.
Grab your controller, it's time to compete. Xbox,
like, look,
take your seat. We're
you gotta be kidding me. And that's all Matt Booty. That's why I said you gotta go.
Then spend more cash, make ourselves complete.
Look at this.
Yeah, we need $80 billion. Gotta make a splash.
That's insane.
To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Philness and Booty, we'll bring the games everywhere. No more sucking, it's time to show we
Get him, Groban. Get him, Groban.
Let's start by bringing Penament. See if thieves hi-fi rushing.
You want them? All right, see.
Over to PlayStation
all right, see.
And Switch, and we'll
all right.
say that
okay.
Exclusives don't
He's
matter
like
anymore. And then wait when we get
you want to say something?
Ready for the
say something?
big
all right,
booty Bobby
yeah, tell
and
them.
Lou walked out with the bag, and now we're left with all these IPs.
Tell them.
What the hell
all right,
he's
coming over here. He's coming over here. He said he's seen enough. Yeah, tell them. All right, Huggy, get in here.
Stop! Enough!
All right, get back to the wall. Get back to the wall. There he is.
Stop!
Right.
Enough!
You took the microphone again? You do not touch my microphone. I know you're frustrated. I know you're all glazed up from FanFest. But you do not touch this. This is the Grindhouse microphone. Now, you go face that wall. And you stand over there. You do not touch this microphone and say that again. Holy shit. You didn't. Whoa. The nerve on that. I know he's glazed up, dude. I know he's glazed up. I got him, Seawolf, but he got a little carried away. Now he's punished. Now he stands in the corner. Now he stands in the corner, face the wall, like a Blair Witch project, like Blair Witch. He stands in the wall right now. Oh yeah, that's nothing coming back, dude. That's all he says now. Stop enough. He's a level 5. He is fully glazed. There's not come back. All he does is say stop enough, and then that's all he can say. That's the last words that you say. But look at this. 3% margin with that. Beanox, Bethesda, Blizzard. These are all the studios. King. She loves that one. World's Edge. I don't think they're Turn 10, Treyarch, Raven, Rare, Playground, Obsidian, Ninja Theory, Mojang of Minecraft. You got Hellblade, StarCraft, Warcraft, every goddamn craft. Minecraft. Worlds of Warcraft. Doom. Doom's mother. Call of Duty. You got Candy Crush. You have Halo, Gears, Forza. You have Sea of Thieves. You got Rare with Conquer and Banjo, which you never brought back. Obsidian with the Outer Worlds and all their Arcane. One of them you didn't shut down yet. Turn 10 with Forza. You got Undead Labs with State of Decay, the third one. You got id. You got id Tech. Where's my id Tech? High Moon Studios. Infinity Ward. In Exile. The whole Eternal, whatever the hell those games are. And then you got Bethesda with Fallout and Starfield and Elder Scrolls. Oh my goodness. And Elder Scrolls Online. And ZeniMax. And then you also got the other studios with Prey. Oh my goodness, Prey. And wait a second, we have legacy games. Remember, what was it? Prototype. Bring back Prototype. Yeah, bring back Prototype. And Fallout. Yo, the list, you got it. And 3% we got. That is horror show. That is a horror show. Compulsion Games and We Happy Few. The IP that they hoarded up in this stupid shit of Activision, of Activision and Bethesda and their studio acquisitions and all that for a drop of blood. And not selling their console, not selling their services. Listen, Grinders, we've been saying this here at the show for years. We've been saying like, yo, every time we cover their financials, they're everywhere. They're on every platform. They have their games and all these IPs everywhere. But they're in the minus. It
You're
makes
my number
no
one customer.
7 cents. Game Glass Door with the 2. He goes, what level of glaze is Chaos Lens? Yeah, it's level 6. Level 6. Mister, it's coming. That's all he says now. It's coming. Yeah, they're closing down the studios. It's coming. They're going to spin off Xbox and sell it. It's coming. That's all he says now. That's how you know they're a level 5 or 6. All they do is just say that one line. See, stop enough. It's coming. That's it. They're gone. They're past level 5. Cellular glazed of Xbox. Cellular glazed. There's nothing coming back from that. That's it. My program only goes up to level 4, where we got the towels and the staff and special oils to just do a special deglazing. I got the special deglazing. I showed him some real data. It's a whole process, Grinders. I might have to show it one day, maybe a VIP show to show you what the deglazing of level 4 is. Maybe we'll do that. I'll have to show you what my program entails. So maybe I could spin off my program of Xbox deglazing program. But yes, this is what a 3% looks like. We said that. We looked at financials. It's like, dude, with Bethesda, they're losing money. They cannot do. Nobody wants this shit. Well, I don't know, man. Who knows? But this is what that looks like. And then you got that, and it's like, yeah, they're spinning off. So let's see more. So they have approved Sharma's plan to spend more on top tier games. Nadella and Hood have it. This is not Asha's call, dude. I told you, all these people that was celebrating Asha, thinking that she's the anti-Nadella, Satya appointed her. He went over to her and stuttered. He said no stutter. He didn't stutter that time. He went over to Asha, and this is how he used to talk before Asha.
Everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud and community.
That's how he was before Asha. Then after Asha, he was like this.
Very best work in gaming. It's a core business for us.
See? He a poor business.
Games to more gamers on all platforms. Edison, which is doing more with less. Everything that we are doing with our content.
See, he was stuttering. He said, Satya. Satya's like, Asha, I want you. Asha's like, what's gaming? He goes, don't worry, you'll figure it out. And he appointed her. She said the story. He appointed her. So what made people think like, oh, Asha's not doing, she's doing exactly what it is. No, what's crazy, Grinders, is that there were people online saying, and I don't know where I read this, but they were saying that maybe Phil knew this had to come to this and he didn't want to be there for this. That was some crazy shit. Like that, like if that happened. Holy. Whoa! Holy crap! He can't do sensible. He brought the caboose and the rest of the train. Holy crap! 20 VIPs in the balcony!
Thank you for the VIP membership.
Zero Steel. Josh, Leopard, Gordon W, the Gordon, Free Hugs, Hero Down Under. Which, by the way, I gotta read Free Hugs' comment. I want to read that. Pete Stevens, Joshua, thank you so much. AK Do Sensible in the house. Woo! Dude, yo, the weight limit, I don't care. I'm putting up more girders. I'm putting up more girders. There we go. I'm putting them up now. There we go. We're putting them up. The balcony is shaking.
Storm is coming.
It's shaking right now. That's all right. I'll put up more. Well, that's it. I'll put up more things to hold up the balcony. Don't worry about it. We got it.
Another one.
Yo, this is the choo-choo bomb train. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. He's laughing. He's like, yo, that's crazy, man. Push that like button. Hit that subscribe button, grinders. This is wild times right now. Don't let Greenberg. Greenberg, he's there's no room on the balcony, Greenberg. With his weird mustache. So, thank you again, man. I really appreciate it, man. Hit that like button. Thank AK if you got AK and Stephen Leone and Iconic and Ron, all the VIPs of gifting their members tonight, man. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna keep adding them to the VIP list here. We're gonna have a killer balcony show, to the balcony. So we do a special VIP show for all those that got VIPs. Plus, you got all the music, and I got some special behind the scenes in those balcony shows as well. So check out all that content. There was just a show a couple of weeks ago on that one. It was really cool. It showed my prints. Did some DJing on there. I got some DJ Grindhouse. That's some cool stuff. I've been doing that. I'm gonna do some more of that because I love my DJing. So I'll be doing some more mixes of cool music. Maybe I'll do some gaming music. We'll do some fun stuff on there. And then we'll do community game night, man. This is craziness. Nadella and Hood haven't ruled. See, this is Nadella and Hood haven't ruled out restructuring Xbox's relationship to Microsoft at some point in the future. If doing so would make Xbox a more successful business, the people said. Options on the table could include making Xbox a whole owned subsidiary of Microsoft, a joint venture, or spinning out Xbox entirely, the people said. Microsoft operates LinkedIn and GitHub as a wholly owned subsidiary, which could serve as one potential blueprint for Xbox, one of the people said. There you go. So, yes, everything's on the table. It's the plan until it's not the plan. But we know hard times are coming. Shout to Dusty. Hard times are coming. And listen, we said it so many times. We've said it so many times. How many quarters can you be in the minus? You've tried everything. You spent $80 billion. How many times can you just be losing money? Yes, Microsoft could fund that stuff. But how much before now you're on everybody's radar? And remember what Amy in the Hood said. She blamed Microsoft for bringing down she blamed Xbox for bringing down the whole entire personal computing. The whole section where Bing and Surface, Xbox brought down that entire division with its failure and its loss. And she said that. She's like, we are down in more personal computing because of Xbox. And that was the first time earlier this year that she called it out. And then Phil was gone. So Asha's going to restructure this thing. She's going to focus, just like ABK, she's going to focus on the big franchises to make the money. She is going to probably use some small studios as supporting studios, and she's going to let some heads roll. And then they're going to see what they do with Xbox and whether they spin it off, or like I've been saying, what they want to do is go exactly here or down under, go full publisher and offset the cost of the hardware. And that's why I think Helix is the last reference device of what they probably want. And then they're going to say HP, Asus, Acer, MSI, you guys can make Xboxes certified by us. Basically, You eat the hardware cost. We put a sticker on the box, and it's a PC. We have the app on there. We'll stop bringing our games over in the compatibility program. So these console dudes that I just glazed up over at FanFest, they'll be happy that some of their games work on PC. I think we're going to see that later on this year. I think they're going to use cloud as a way to get some of those games on PC and use that as a crutch, because I think there's a lot of research and development and also publisher issues to try to get some games over on consoles, over on PC. Because remember, just like what they did with backwards compatibility, the issue they have is that some of those games, they got to go find the publishers to bring them over to another platform. They may not be there, but they may be in cloud. So they may only be cloud playable on PC. But again, that's just speculation. They never clarified how my 350 Xbox console game library will be playable on PC. I hope it's free. I hope I don't have to buy it again, because I have 350 games on Xbox console, and I want them on my PC. They're Gears 2, Gears 3. They're not on PC. They only put Gears Ultimate on PC. They stopped. There's no 2 and 3 Gears. I can't play Gears without an Xbox console. Gears 2 and Gears 3. There's Halo 2. There's Halo 3, like Master Chief Collection you have. But there are tons of games that are not on PC because they're Xbox console-only games. Not console-exclusive, console-only games. And we're going back even 360 games, OG Xbox backwards compatibility, 360 backwards compatibility, a lot of Xbox One games, everything before Play Anywhere. So pretty much everything prior to 2018, 2017, they have not made Play Anywhere. And even that, a lot of the third-party games are not playable. Their first-party games are, but a lot of the third-party games that I bought from 2010 to 2018 are not on PC, and they're my Xbox games, but they're not playable. That's the preservation program they were talking about. So I'm assuming some of those games, either through an emulation or through something, they're gonna roll out later this year, because that's her whole place, is to get you off of that console that's now costing that Xbox Series console. They just reported today in this article here, there's some hard times. They just reported today that right here, where is it, that the Xbox console, Bootleg Jez did an article here where he said that they're losing, where is it? They're losing a shit ton of money right now on the console. Where is it? Is it Bootleg wrote this one? Let me see. Yeah, no thanks. Where is it? That 30% accountability margin. Hit that like button, subscribe. That new subscribe button's right there. Hit that subscribe button too. Let's grow the green. We're growing this gaming grindhouse here. Where is it that they're losing? See how quick that he's responding? Yeah, I want to see them respond to this stuff. But they said that they're losing like 4. Where was it? Anybody have it? Shit, I had it. Because now with this, their series consoles are costing them, they're losing tons of money on it. Is this it? Yeah, their hardware is like, it's killing they are losing so much money on it right now. Dude, where the hell is it? I'll find it. If anybody has it, send it over to me. Like, they are losing, here, well, I'll find it here. Got to use Google because Bing sucks. Xbox Series consoles losing money in June 2026. Yeah, here it is. They just gave a bunch last week. Exactly. There you go. So a new report says that Xbox is losing hundreds of dollars per console sold. Xbox leadership acknowledged that ongoing brand struggles in an open letter revealing significant losses on hardware sales, disappointing game performance despite success. So a few days ago, Big Chief Asha Sharma and Content Officer, Matt Bootycheeks, issued an open letter addressing their struggles with the 3% accountability margin, which is the brand's internal profitability metric. Going forward, this cannot continue. We have a new report from Bootleg Jez who claims to have the details. What really caught my attention is Xbox is seemingly losing a lot of money on every console right now because they struggled to secure anywhere near enough memory with fixed prices necessary to keep its hardware margins healthy. So while Nintendo and PlayStation were scooping up stuff in preparation to sell their hardware because they knew that they want to sell consoles, Nintendo and Sony played it smart and bought in bulk. Microsoft was sitting on their hands with Phil Spencer when everything was an Xbox. They were pivoting away from doing hardware and trying to sell other people's hardware and didn't stock up. So now, like I said, it's had some hard times. It's hard times right now because now they're like, oh, crap. And think about it. Grindhouse, think about it. Knowing this, that you're losing money on hardware, on what you're selling, you can't manufacture it fast enough because you don't have the supply, then why on the mother's green earth would you take Gears of War E-Day and put it on that hardware and take it off everybody else's hardware? It is the sacrificial lamb that I cannot believe the disrespect. It's like shaving Mario's mustache. That's what Microsoft just did. They nuded goddamn Gears. They gave him the full ass neutering. They basically shaved Mario's mustache. They put a wig on Kratos. They shaved off Nathan Drake's hair. They turned Astrobot into a green bot. They have shown Master Chief's whole ass. Oh, shit, they did that already. Oh, shit, they already showed Master Chief's ass. Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Oops, they already did that, too. They disgraced Master Chief showing his ass and Cortana coming out of his head. But they have basically sacrificed Gears for FanFest. That's what she did. Because it makes no logical sense. For a company that's trying to make money, for a company that's restructuring, why would you pull your Gears franchise, which could sell on 100 million other consoles, and pull it off of 100 million and put it only on console exclusive when you are losing money on the hardware? You cannot make the hardware to meet the demand because you didn't stock up. What do you think's going to happen to Gears on Xbox console? And then on top of that, it's in Game Pass. You really are sending this thing out to die, and then have Call of Duty have a 1 week early access to the campaign, which gives Gears like a 2 week window to do something. And on top of that, Call of Duty's not in Game Pass. So are people going to sign up for Gears on Game Pass $30 when they're going to put that $30 to Call of Duty? It is absolutely asinine. And to think that they took their premier franchise, it looks good, and they basically threw it out to the wolves. I don't know it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a train wreck. It's going to be, it's basically, get him in there. Get him in there. Oh, where's my sirens? Yeah, I don't need my sirens. Yep, that's what's going to be, Grind. It's going to be sirens. I don't even know what the hell to do now. I don't know the buttons. There we go. It's gonna. I'm not gonna say it. Let somebody else say it. Here it is.
It was a disaster,
Thank you. How to find it.
It was a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster.
It's a train wreck. It's a disaster. It's a bloodbath that's coming, Wild Wolf. It makes no logical sense. It makes no logical sense. So they did not secure enough memory to make the hardware. According to what Corden has been told, Xbox is losing not dozens, but more than hundreds of dollars for every Series X and S that's sold. Dude, the Series S. They're losing money on the Series S.
It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck.
A train wreck. They're losing money. It's not on the X, it's on the S they're losing. Admittedly, not a lot actually being sold right now. So they're not even selling it. But when they do sell it, they're losing money on it. That is crazy. So the console is I thought they have a demand. I don't know. They didn't. They completely abandoned. I'm telling you, man. That's why last year you could not find Xboxes in stores. They hoarded it up. Remember, they were pulling it from all the stores in Europe. Remember? Do you remember? Everybody said it was fine. They're like, oh no, it's fine. Remember all the Xbox glazed 5 and above, level 5 and 6 glazes, the influencers and stuff telling it was fine. When people were showing images of their stores and they had no Xboxes on shelves, we remember the whole Target thing. Target never brought back Xbox. There's still Xbox is a little wall right now. PlayStation and Nintendo have 2 aisles. Xbox has a little wall in Target. They're like, oh no, remember Dusty Bin went over there and he's like, oh no, they told me they're restructuring. They're fixing they didn't fix shit. They removed Xbox. That's what they did. That was their restructure. Costco stopped selling them, Josh. Remember that? Costco stopped selling them as well. Yes. And they were saying, no, it's fine. I called them up. They're getting one in. Dusty Bin did a whole video. He called up Target. They said they're getting one Xbox console in on October 19th. And he said it was fear-mongering. You got to remember all this. Zero Zero remembers. Grinders remember. Josh remembers. Remember all this? They were backing the hell out of Xbox consoles. So while Sony was ramping up, PlayStation was ramping up, and Nintendo was getting their stuff together, Microsoft was pulling their stuff from all the store shelves. Yeah, 1 or 2 units, Davis. Yes, they were getting 1 or 2 units. They were pulling it. And now they're like, oh, you know what? We should try to sell these things. And what's crazy is in the year of our GTA 6. And I remember saying this on this show, going, I can't believe how Microsoft is so
You're my number 1 customer.
prematurely pulling out of the console space when we still have GTA 6 on the horizon that could sell. And I was saying, they really don't want to sell it. They really want people to go to PC. They were trying to make this thing hard to find. They don't want people to buy it. Because how do you pull back of Xbox consoles when you have GTA 6 out there, which that would stimulate people buying the console? And do you really think with them losing hundreds of dollars and need to make money for Amy in the Hood and Satya, and they're losing hundreds of dollars right now, and they got to manufacture it, and they lose money when it's sold. We're not talking about them losing money when they're making them. They're losing money when they're selling them. So when they make them and they don't sell, they're out that money. But then when they do sell it, they lose money. And admittedly, not a lot of being sold right now. You think that they're going to have stock with GTA 6? Either they just plummet their financials. But what's crazy is that if there's no Xboxes on store shelves, it is like 2 or 3 of them, and Sony stocks up PlayStations, GTA is already getting marketed by PlayStation. It is going to be another bloodbath. We are in for the red holidays, man, and I mean the blood holidays. We talk about the Valentine's Day massacre, dude. It's going to be the holiday massacre. It is basically going to be Silent Night, Deadly Night for Xbox this holiday. It's done. Like, I don't even know what else. I don't even know what to do anymore, to say about it, because I can't believe that they are not prepared for GTA 6 at all. And it was nothing to find out. The Zelda remake is coming. Yo, I'm telling you, man, it is Silent Night, Deadly Night for Asha and Xbox. That they might as well just spin it off and sell it to somebody. That's probably the ultimatum. That's because there's nothing to save. Dude, Asha, the first thing she asked Mr. Balls is, can this be saved? Is it salvageable? Yo. That's what you say about the gaming business? You don't care about games anymore if like, you're just like, can this be saved? And he's like, I'm an analytical optimist. I'm like, oh shit. You just drinking the green Kool-Aid, dude. Like, you're an optimist? Well, no, you gotta be a pessimist for this thing, because this shit sucks. You can't just deglaze you can't just be like, oh no, we'll do it. We could do it. No. You just wanted to get the job. Mr. Balls. You know the new hire they got, Mr. Ball. and Balls. Balls. That's what we call them. We got Matt Booty and we got Ball. That's who they hired, dude. That's who they got running the show, man. The names speak for themselves. We got Sweaty Balls and we got Dirty Ass. That's Asha's team right there. She's like, Asha's like, I need a ball and I need an ass. I got them both. We're ready to cook now. Keep in mind, after several price increases, is not just Xbox, as memory is affecting everything. But it seems like the Green brand struggled to secure better deals and supply chains to help mitigate the damage. See, that's the other thing. Their negotiation was bad because Microsoft did not order a lot of. I'm sure Sony going in there going, yo, we got 100 million consoles. We want to order another, 40 million chips and stuff like that because we're going to be selling this stuff, Wolverine and GTA. We got to stock up. Xbox is like, yeah, we're not selling a lot, so therefore, we just want to order maybe 10 million. That's good. We'll put a couple in the stores. So Microsoft didn't buy it probably in bulk. That's where they're in. And here you go. Elsewhere, Bootleg says that Xbox has benefited from some impressive game sales, like probably Forza Horizon, but those profits have been eaten up by failures in other areas. I'm told that Age of Empires, Flight Simulator, and of course Forza have been major success stories for Xbox studios, as well as Sea of Thieves, Oblivion Remastered, and Grounded. On the other hand, games like Avowed, Keeper, Killin', South of Midnight, Hellblade 2, Forza Motorsport, Jesus, and Outer Worlds 2 didn't come within the range of expectations set by Microsoft spreadsheets. I'm told either in terms of raw sales on external platforms, that's your PlayStations and Steam, and via Game Pass engagement. So, there are your franchises that she's going to focus on right here. And what's crazy is that Flight Simulator is Flight Simulator is a service game. They just add some more planes to it, and they're good to go. Sea of Thieves, it's low maintenance, dude. The game was made in 2017. All they do is add more stuff to it. These are content things. Age of Empires and Forza Horizon, Oblivion Remastered, and Grounded. A lot of them are service games. Grounded, Flight Sim, Sea of Thieves. Those are service games. They don't look at the ones that they actually have developers make. All the games that they made developers build did not sell. Let me get to these super chats here. We're cooking. We're cooking here. We got Glassdog. Oh, we already did that one. Let me hit the little hot on that one. Craig Harris, don't squeeze the Shama. That's right. You wipe your ass with the Shama. Glassdog Gamer with the 2. He goes, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Garbage Day, shoots Xbox. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it is going to be a bloodbath, man. I have no clue what the hell it is. But look at the games that failed. They were all the games that took forever to be developed. Avowed was shown and delayed. Keeper and Clint, dude, that's why I said Double Fine. They said they went they would try to unionize. I think they're gonna get spun off. I think Double Fine is good. They didn't like this relationship anyway. I don't know why he sold. I think, the Psychonauts thing. I think, they are good little indie studio, upstart and stuff like that. Maybe they have enough money now that they could spin off and unionize and just kind of keep the their studio Double Fine open. But I think they're the ones. That's one. Those games, yeah, they're not in that business anymore. Good, I played Killing, man. It's a cool concept, but man, it was just like a think tank type game. Killing. It was basically. It was remember, but remember the budget though. Who said that? Like Jack. Remember the budget on Kill? Remember they were sending out all these influences to play with pottery and stuff to promote the game. Yeah. South of Midnight won awards. That's why Compulsion, I think, is done 6 years to get a game that did not sell. And I don't know, man. And that, I tell you, Obsidian, I thought is one of their better studios. And Obsidian Outer Worlds 2 fell flat on its face, dude. That is a sequel to a franchise that they could have made better. That just shows Outer Worlds 1 was impressive. Microsoft didn't publish that one. They bought them, and then they said make Outer Worlds 2, and it fell like ass, you know? And then look, the 2 games from Obsidian, Avowed and Outer Worlds 2, dude, I don't know. That's not good, too. Like, you're looking at this from the cold, hard Asha. Hellblade 2, you got Senua. Elise was getting out there. She probably said that's why it's going to PlayStation, because you guys did not do shit on Xbox. That's probably why Hellblade is on PlayStation, because they're like, we need to make our money back for Ninja Theory to justify them existing. But look at these people on here. South of Midnight took 6 years to make. Didn't hit expectations. Avowed. The lady left. No DLC for Avowed. And that is Obsidian. Outer Worlds 2, that's Obsidian. They got Grounded to keep them alive, but that's a service game. So maybe Obsidian gets neutered, and they just say, you just do Grounded updates. Like, you got to look at it from a cold-hearted business person. That's what Asha is. She's not a gamer. She don't give a shit about DLC and story to Avowed, and we should continue the Outer Worlds. She's not that. She is a cold-hearted business person that's showed up to a gaming event indoors with shades on. She is the Ashinator. All the pictures of her inside with video games, she has glasses on, shades. Why? So people can't look her in the eye, and she could kind of roll her eyes at these, quote, weirdos that she called them? Like, I don't know. But it's so weird when you look at the Asha pictures, man. She has like a full getup on. She looks like she got ripped out of the Matrix. Have you seen them? Like her at FanFest, dude? Like I'm like, why is she dressed up like she's why, like, where is she? Like, why is she dressed up like she got ripped out of the Neo? Where is it? Let me see it. Like, it really, like, she's wearing sunglasses. It's like, yo, like, where's all her pictures that she's taking with people? Like, she looks like she's a Trinity. Did you see that? And I don't know what's going on with Obsidian, dude. I have no clue. I don't know, but that's not good news. Oh my God, what is this now? Yo, this is crazy, man. Xbox Studio shutdowns and ad-funded subscriptions likely after IGN's talking about this. Who knows about them? Asha Sharma's stock reset warning, analysts say. Yo, you want to hear something else? Look at this. This is definitely an emergency meeting. Clockwork was downgraded, dude. Yeah, here's the article from Jez, but like, yeah. Corden goes on to discuss various canceled projects that cost the company money. Game Pass was apparently the pot of money Xbox was using to subsidize other parts of the business. But then the call was made to raise prices on that, which Matthew Ball said that cost them millions of subscribers. So they were using their Game Pass money to offset their losses in other areas. Just like they said that they used Activision money. So the money that they were getting in was using to fund their other failures. That is pretty wild, dude. Clockwork got hit with trash finger. That's right. But let me see if I could find some. Yeah, it was just weird. What are these guys saying?
My favorite one, which I think I'm all the time, is because I'm a big Kojima-san fan. And just like, if you remember from Death Stranding 1, like Norman Reedus would literally go to the restroom and there would be an ad for a Norman Reedus show. Like Sam Porter, the character played by Norman Reedus, would show you an ad while he went on the jump.
What the hell is that? I don't hear this. You know, horse shit music. But yeah, like, so they use the money to basically fund their failures. What did I say? Did you see what I wrote? No, here, this is why I want you guys to listen to this thing. So listen to this. Let me go to this, and then I'm going to go to my history. So, oh no, here, my watch history. Here, watch later. And then let me see where that is. Because I don't know why it does not work in my watch later. But like, so Inside of Gaming did a podcast. and hear what they said about it. Here, let me just see if I can find it. Where is it? Inside of Gaming. I don't know why this thing does not sort the way I want it. Newest. Thank you. There it is. So listen to this. This is wild. But this is exactly what I'm saying, man. And Phil tried to say it. There you go. Watch this. Ready?
It's not just memo that he references gets released. And, I mean, Sharma and Booty pretty much read the riot act in that memo. And it's a situation where, you know, I have the memo open. Maybe I just...
Yeah, he starts reading the memo, but let's get to the point.
And all that kind of nonsense. All of that stuff. But, like...
Mr. Henderson, here he goes.
5 gears thing where the reports came...
Looking in, so to speak, of their ecosystem, I do think that...
Yeah, he talks about gears. Listen to this part.
Yeah. I don't really... Yeah, it's a difficult one to kind of get into.
It's difficult because there's scuttlebutt being said, but there's not enough to talk about. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah. Me and Mike have heard like what's going to happen, and we have heard of a studio closure as well, and I guess that's all we can really say on it. But I think it might have been Jez or someone else earlier today said that they're going to start pumping a lot of money into their main IPs now. So like,
yeah, the information just had that bombshell report of that Microsoft could potentially be looking to spin off Xbox, similar to, and it would be in a similar way to how GitHub is, or if you want to look at in gaming, how PlayStation is to Sony.
Yeah, but the issue, I mean, like, first of all, I think there's probably a few people watching thinking that I hate Xbox for the
Someone said I heard somebody say that in the chat. Actually,
Tony.
They tried to deflect, but listen to what he has to say.
I legit don't care, right? I don't care about the console wars. I don't care about anything. The tweet was mainly directed to the fact that from the outside looking in, so to speak, of their ecosystem, I do think that there has been a lot of cheap wins that have been applied over the past couple of months. There's been a lot of confusion. I think, for example, having talking about exclusives and then 6 hours later actually coming out on Twitter of all places saying, oh, we're looking into it. Just what the fuck? Like, that's insane.
Or the whole PlayStation 5 Gears thing where the reports came out right before the showcase that they made a late decision to change it.
She kind of shattered the relationship.
Kind of proved that they made a late decision. And then you have like, no, it wasn't a late decision. We just kept under the... I'm sorry, when your own Xbox podcast thing, your video direct comes up and it shows Gears E-Day coming to PS5, and then you have to immediately take it down, that is evidence it was a late decision because
Yo, man, Xbox can't even get out of their own way. They try to lie and triple lie and quadruple lie, and they just can't get off out of their own way, dude, with their things. Like, no, we didn't pull this last minute, dude. They pulled it last minute, and then they're like, no, this was a plan all along, because they're not looking like they're showing how incompetent and just knee-jerk reaction it is, because it counters everything she was saying where we're not going to act irresponsible and quick, and that's exactly what she did. So it is what
you have to tell the production staff of, hey, we need to fix this right away. Like,
I mean, yeah, like, not to get into all of that stuff, but like, I heard that it was 5 or 6 weeks ago that decision was made. But I would consider that a late decision, because I mean, you're a multi-trillion-dollar business and you're making decisions like that on a whim. And I do think
that's all they've been doing lately.
I do think that Gears of War not going to PS5 is a cheap win. I'm sorry, I do. Gears of War's budget is insane. Like, I've heard upwards of $400 million. That budget is absolutely insane for Gears.
Wow.
And let's be honest,
$400 million he heard is the budget of Gears, and that's what they're playing with. That is what Asha's playing with. Is $400 million developed. Because think about it. When did Gears 5 come out, dude? Gears 5 came out a while ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. Like, they've been, like, Rod Ferguson was on Gears 5. How many years has Rod Ferguson not been there, dude? He left, went to Activision and Blizzard, released Diablo, worked on Diablo. Then Microsoft didn't buy Activision until later. He left. Gears 5 came out before the ABK deal. Because Rod left and went there, and then right after that was like when they wanted to buy. It's been a long time since Gears has been. Like, Coalition have been working on this game post-Rod Ferguson. 2019, Josh, right? Yeah. Through COVID, because it was like, let me see, Gears 5 release. Because they had Gears E-Day. Gears 5 release was September 10th. Look at that. They released Gears 5 on September 10th, 2019. And you're telling me they couldn't put Gears E-Day in August? They put Gears 5. When was Gears 4 release date? Gears 4 was October. Gears 5 was September. Gears 5 was September. September 10th. You're telling me they couldn't do Gears E-Day in August. Considering how crazy September is and Call of Duty is in October, they chose to put Gears in October. That's crazy. That is crazy. And with a 1 week thing, man. They had Gears came out in September. Gears 5. Then with early access in September 6th. So they're used to putting Gears out earlier. So they could have easily put Gears at the end of August or middle of August and kind of got people to buy Gears right before the crazy September. They could have easily done that. But instead, they just threw it into the Call of Duty window. Like 2 weeks before with the early access of the campaign. Ridiculous. But then when did they do Hive Busters? Hive Busters came out, I think, the year later, 2020. Hive Busters released in 2020. That was good. So that was post Rod Ferguson. So when did Rod Ferguson left in 2019? Right? Rod Ferguson, when did Rod Ferguson leave? He left somewhere around 2019. Rod Ferguson left Gears when? Rod Ferguson left in 2020 of March. Dude, so they've been working on Gears E-Day since 2020. 6 years. $400 million. And you put it 2 weeks before Call of Duty. A franchise that you own. An $80 billion acquisition. You're putting your premier Gears E-Day, console exclusive, pulling it from 100 million PlayStations 2 weeks before early access of Call of Duty. And with a $400 million budget. And hear what he says right now, Mr. Henderson. Get ready, Josh. Get ready. Hold your waters. Hold your drinks. Get ready. Hear what he says.
It probably wasn't going to make was made. But I would consider that a late decision because I mean,
watch it. Hear what he says. $400 million.
You're making decisions like that on a whim, and I do think
that's all they've been doing lately.
I do think that Gears of War not going to PS5 is a cheap win. I'm sorry, I do. Gears of War's budget is insane. Like, I've heard upwards of $400 million. That budget is absolutely insane for Gears.
Wow.
And let's be honest, it probably wasn't going to make money even if it was on PlayStation. But no, it's definitely not going. Like, who's buying an Xbox and Game Pass for Gears?
But this is the other thing. Who's buying an Xbox for Gears? I just showed you that they don't want you to do that. Grinders, like they don't want you to. If you buy listen, they basically get kicked in the nuts twice. If you buy a console, they lose hundreds of dollars on the Series X that you bought. Then you get Gears and Game Pass, so you don't buy Gears. You subscribe for a month because Call of Duty's coming out, and you subscribe for $22 to play Gears. They are getting for a $400 million game only on a low install base series consoles. I can't say it anymore.
It was a disaster, Ryan. It was a train wreck.
It's a train wreck.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
And 400 million, he says it's like that.
It was a disaster.
How we are not financial experts. Maybe some of you in the chat are. But in what world does this make sense at all? And it's only in a world where a person does not know anything about games, not anything about franchises and what value Gears has, that she chose to make Gears that, and puts it on a hardware that they're losing money and cannot manufacture. And on top of that, that's the last thing they want you to do. So I expect that she's going to use Gears as a big push on Windows and just using it as a catalyst to get people. Like, we're going to lose money now on Gears, but it'll get them in their library. But on top of that, Gears is not for sale. Gears is still in Game Pass. It's not like Call of Duty. It would have been smart if they made Gears not in Game Pass and get people to buy Gears to bring it to them. Because I've said this before. The problem with Game Pass is that Game Pass really is not a bridge to PC. Game Pass is if you buy your games and use Play Anywhere, that's more of a bridge because you own it. But when you have a subscription and you just say, hey, I'm not going to use this thing anymore, like, you lose that game. That's not it's not as reliable per se as if you buy the game. And they kept the game in Game Pass. So like I said, they could just sign up. Like, that would be the worst monetary benefit for them. If somebody buys a console, they lose money on the console, hundreds of dollars, and then somebody signs up for Game Pass to play Gears, a $400 million budget game, for $25, $22 for a month, and then signs off and buys Call of Duty. That's horrible for Gears. That is the worst. It's crazy. Game Pass is the problem. Game Pass has always been the problem. But you see why, just like this, they could not get rid of Game Pass. See? They can't get rid of Game Pass because Game Pass was a pot of money. It was a consistent subscription of like $15, $20 a month that these people were paying to access games, and they were just seeing this. It was like a way of getting more money for Xbox Live. So they were just like, woohoo, but they couldn't get out of their own way because in order to keep people subscribed, they needed content, and content was dry. And Booty sucks at his job and cannot get games out on time with quality. And Booty just failed. That's why I don't know how that man is still there. Because production and games and delays, he has destroyed every franchise. That's why what Tom Henderson saying, that Gears is not what it was anymore. Like, it wasn't going to do well when it was everywhere because there's so much stuff going on, and Gears doesn't have that gusto that it used to have because Booty killed it with 5 and 4. 4 was just like a proof of concept. 5 was just a disaster because they switched it to Kate's story, and the multiplayer was not that great. They threw Terminators in it, foreshadowing Asha showing up. And yeah. So I and now they went E-Day, which is like, dude, it's not a continuation of 5. It's not a continuation of the trilogy of JD and stuff. We're going way back, and we're just playing on nostalgia right now. People that remember the first Gears and Dom. Like, okay, so, like, because it's not a good flow from people that played 4 and 5. If they showed up and played 4 or 5 in Game Pass, they're like, okay, so Gears 6, right? We're going to find out what happens, Kate and the grandma and all this other stuff. Oh, no, we're going, like, before this all happened. Like, wait, we didn't even finish the cliffhanger that you left it on in 5. Well, that's all right. After 6 years, they left that cliffhanger there. So just think about it, not for us or for me, because I know Gears from the beginning, but for those that jumped on Gears Game Pass or Rod Ferguson's Gears 4 and 5, Gears E-Day don't do anything for them. It's not a continuation. It's not a continuation of Gears. It is a prequel. So it's like you didn't even finish the trilogy. It's like, you ended Marvel, what was it? You ended you skipped out Endgame, you did Infinity War, and then you go like, okay, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go back to like how Captain America got his shield. Like, well, wait a second, what about the end of Infinity War? It's like, oh no. It took 6 years, but we're gonna go back. We're gonna show how Captain America got his shield. We'll just leave you on Infinity War. Now, I'm not saying Gears 5 was Infinity War. It was far from it. But that's my whole point is like, you left a cliffhanger and a part of a trilogy, and you just go, yeah, we're going to go back to the beginning right now. So, again, the continuation. Like, you couldn't even kind of ramp people up for Gears. Like, you'd even, like, re-release Gears 4 and 5 as a combo to bring the story back together. You couldn't even do that. You re-release Gears Ultimate, which was already on everything. And it's crazy. That's right. Nightfire, yeah, they did the same thing with Halo 4. Halo 4 was the whole trilogy with the Forerunners, and they got rid of that whole thing. And yeah, what is it? What is his name? The Prophet or whatever it was, not the Prophet, the antagonist, that guy you fight at the end of 4. Yeah. And they ditched it and then said 5 with the Guardians. But they were still playing on the idea, though, Nightfire, of Cortana getting corrupt. And that's where Guardians came in, that she went fully corrupt because of that battle that happened in 4. That's where they continued it. But yeah, they kind of splashed that whole Forerunner stuff. And then, yeah, and then you're right, 4, and then 5, and then my biggest problem, and I'm not going to turn this to a Halo rant, but then in Infinite, they completely erased the whole thing with Cortana going rampant and that whole battle, and basically they just erased it. They just said, oh, Cortana came to her senses. She fought the brute guy and the brute, and yeah, she's back in good graces, and I got Cortana bootleg here and Fernando, who's flying me around. Fernando. They're horrible. And now they're just like, scrap it, we're going back to Halo 1. Listen, again, the answer to all this is Matt Booty. His oversight of serving coffee and he sucks. Matt Booty's still there. All the Didac. Thank you, Nightfire. The Didac. Yes. But Matt Booty. It's done. Old man Gaming Gurus, as I told you. Crazy. Yeah. But see, Game Pass could not go away. Just like we wanted Game Pass to leave so quality would come back. Game Pass was a pot of money, but they were using it to fund all their failures. So this is wild, dude. They are really, like, I don't even know what she is going to do, but it is going to be a bloodbath. And I think we're going to see just shuttering of studios, canceling of games, focused on the big ones. And all these studios right here, I think Obsidian was their most productive studio. But maybe she's not looking for production because the games that they're putting out were not hitters. Oh, Obsidian, you put out a lot of bangers to fill in Game Pass, but Avowed, Outer Worlds 2, we'll just take your studio, 10% of you people stay here, and you do Grounded 2 updates. Just like Rare. Hellblade, once you finish Senua, yeah, I think we're done with you too, Ninja Theory, after Senua's. And I think Turn 10 is done. Turn 10 is done. They're just going to cash in on Horizon. I think Turn 10 is one of the ones that are going. And that was like their OG studio. So there's people on Turn 10 that probably there for a long time, and she's going to get out that old blood. So I think Turn 10, unfortunately, I think they're done. And again, Matt Booty, Forza Motorsport, a franchise that was a premier franchise that once ready to compete with Gran Turismo, and Matt Booty destroyed it. Insane. And I think Double Fine, too. I think Double Fine's going to get spun off or unionized, something like that. She's going to love her Bethesda and her Activision. Why not? The big publishers that already were there, they already know how to make games. They know how to make the big franchises. And ZeniMax and Activision basically are going to become Microsoft Gaming. That's it. All these individual studios and stuff, maybe Halo, maybe she sees if anything happens with Gears, but I think it's done. I think it's done. Maybe Arcane, maybe the Blade game gets canceled and they get rid of because you gotta remember all the studios they acquired with the publishers. You know? It's just crazy, dude. It's just insane. And what's crazy is how fast. She's counting her days. Like, she doesn't want to be there. But one thing I wanted to leave everybody with here was a very good comment that somebody left me in my last video, and I want to read it. It's Free Hugs, and I want to read that comment, and then I got to prepare for game night. So we'll probably do it around 10 o'clock, community game night. I might just boot up. We'll just open up the chat, and you grinders could come in there and chat it up on PlayStation chat. I can't do Discord right now with that one because I don't have the capture card that I need for the over there. So we'll just do PlayStation chat. So if you're on PlayStation, I'm gonna open up a party chat. Come on in, grind your gears. I'll boot up a game and I'll just start playing like we did the last community night. It was awesome, a hit. because you guys earned it. You did incredible on the other show with your goals, and today knocked it out of the park. So we're going to do it right now. I owe it to you guys to do it. So I want to thank you for that. But I want to read this comment here and just get everybody's thoughts on this one. Bleeding Edge. Oh, my God. Bleeding Edge. Yes. So I just want to, where is it here? I just want to read the comments. And yeah, I read everybody's comments. So comment on the videos. I do read everybody's comments. I like everybody's comments if they, if they make sense on there. But let me, where is it? I got to find it now on here. But I want to read it because it was a really interesting thing on the memo that Free Hugs, who got a VIP today. Shout out to Free Hugs, got a VIP today. But I think it was from their last emergency one. The last emergency one, this one, and then let me get the comments up here. Where are the comments? So yeah, Free Hugs wrote this. I wanted to, here it is, this one. Oh, wait, where's that the one? Where the hell was Free? Oh, here it is. So yes, it's a lot, but I'm just want to read some of it. I want you guys to see this though, because this probably deserves a whole other video. But I'm not going to. So, yeah. So, and just to summarize with this one, the math of the reset. So, this is before the whole spinoff and stuff. But to summarize this, so this is Free Hugs, wrote this, said, I've read the email from top to bottom several times. And what I get is my thoughts. It's a bit long. Don't expect to read it. I read everything. Don't worry about it. You take the time to write it. I take the time to read it. So let everybody know that. I read the comments. I even go back and watch my videos again to see and read the comments because I'm looking at things and I don't read everybody's comment. I go back and watch and read. So everything you guys say, like, I appreciate it. I laugh about things. I really enjoy the feedback and everything that you guys and girls put in the chat. So yeah, I read it all. It's great. I really appreciate it. That's why I do it. So let's the actual math. So with Free Hugs, I don't know if he or she, but so what was interesting about the components prices, 5 times a gold market. But what was interesting is the hypocritical stuff that they pointed out in here. So she says the quotes that it says is that we're all trying to find the guy who did this because their storage and memory components 5 times more expensive. She goes, oh, I don't know, maybe because of Microsoft Azure. Remember we were saying like Azure, like how did Microsoft not see this when they were the culprits of the ones that were actually buying up the stuff, their investors and stuff for the data centers? Like Microsoft, of all people, should have predicted the memory issue because they were one of the leaders in Copilot. The fact that Microsoft didn't even anticipate the issue, it just shows that they had a complete disregard for selling consoles and stuff. That they didn't even say, hey, you want to know, guys? We're pushing AI. We're going to get more AI servers with Copilot. We're pushing this stuff. We're trying to do this stuff. Let's make sure that we stock up on memory and RAM because most likely that's going to shoot up when this thing goes in full effect for Copilot and stuff like that. Microsoft was the reason for it. Copilot was the reason for it. That was a lot of investors in OpenAI. Microsoft was the forefront, and they didn't anticipate this. How's it going to affect their own business? How wild. But if you think that's hypocritical, says, you need to look how insanely devious her email is. Now, listen to this. This is what I thought was insane. She says, right after about whining about price, Sharma drops an absolute masterclass in corporate doublespeak. She writes, while the entire industry is facing components crisis, we believe we have been impacted more greatly than our peers due to choices over the last half decade. So what Free Hug says is that look how she sets up the trap. She says about the last half decade. So she's pointing out that Xbox got hit way harder than Sony and Nintendo. And it makes sense on the surface. Sony and Nintendo secured their supply chains and hardware manufacturing pipelines a long time ago, way back in the PS4. She said, but notice the phrase that she uses to explain why Xbox deals are worse. She don't give specifics. She just says the choices were made over the last half decade. So what she says is the last half decade is 21 to 26. That's the exact window where Microsoft corporate chose to deprioritize consumer gaming hardware and inject billions into OpenAI and AI server banks. That was like the big push. Notice how hyper-specific she is in every single number in the email except one sentence. To the average gamer, your brain connects the dots to the paragraph before, thinking, oh, Xbox just made bad hardware decisions. It's a linguistic trap. Team 4-star Mr. Popo approach PR, I don't torture the cat. She says she leaves the sentence open-ended to the public to lie to themselves when the corporate bosses at Microsoft know the truth. Choices we made. We're pivoting the entire empire into AI, actively helping choke out the customer gaming supply chain. And best part, 2 years from now, when the press calls her out, she can just say, hey, I didn't lie. I said it was the choices we made. So she's very generic with that stuff and not specific in what choices they were, even though they knew the impact to the market. Like I said in that interview, when I was reviewing it, it sounded like she was surprised. Like you were surprised. Remember, she didn't know anything about Xbox. She didn't know anything about how many people played, who it was. So when she got to here, she's probably like, wow, we destroyed our own business segment. She says the component crisis born from vague past choices. We don't want to raise game prices again, but we don't want to lay off portions of our workforce this July. Look at the market. Our accountability margin's 3. We have no choice. Her back is against the wall. Nothing to do. Weaponize the data. She says livelihoods of fiscal year ends on June 30th. And they could write to the exact email and say, we told them that the platform was overextended. So Free Hugs, thank you again for that awesome insight to that Asha Sharma memo. But yeah, she left it very specific, very vague, and very kind of like, it wasn't me, shaggy terms. So, yeah. Wild Night Grinders, we did over 2 hours here. Hit that like button on this emergency number 2 show. Shout out to all the VIPs. The balcony is rocking. Let me make sure I got all the chats that came through here. No, here we go. We got a couple of ones here. We got Silver Wolf, member of 2 months, VIP Grinder, says, some people played Hellblade 2, finished it the same day and refunded Game Pass. You know they will do the same thing for Gears. Gears is 15 hours, apparently. Yeah, I beat Gears in one stream. 27 yawns, record-breaking. Yeah, and probably refunded it. And yeah, I call that peekaboo gaming, and people did that. Jump on, jump off. And you know, this is the problem that they have. Game Pass cannibalizes sales, but they were using the influx of subscriptions to pay for their failures. The problem is that they never were ahead. They were always spending and then using the money. Dude, it is total irresponsibility. It is like giving your kids money and then buying gold candy with it. And it's like, now they got cavities. And it's like, well, I got to use the money that I gave you to pay for your cavities that I just get. It's a mess. And Microsoft just did the bad thing, and poor management. Again, we've always said that it was a management problem at Xbox, and it shows right now. And Asha does not have the heartstrings. She don't care. And she is going to try to salvage whatever business it is. And I don't think Xbox fans are going to be prepared for what she's going to do, because I think she's going to completely gut this business and really just make it profitable for their company and do what's best for her, best for business, and not what's best for fans. And that was her first 100 days to glaze them up, but that's going to be short-lived. So get ready. Dollar Bill Phil, that's right. But hit that like button, Grinders. Thank you again for this impromptu stream. We're going to go now and do a community game. I'm going to go pick one on PlayStation. Jump into the chat. Let's hear your thoughts on this. Hit that like button. You earned the community game night. Thank you again, all the subscribers. We will have a balcony show for you, and music drops will be coming your way. It's going to be a party. And subscribe, my new button right there. Please hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep growing this channel until we hit the moon. So thank you again, Grinders, and good night. See you on the other side when we game.